Good morning. Distant. I will find it if I could. How are we? How are we? Good bloody morning. How are we doing? I'm aware this music is very loud. Let's turn it down slightly. Hello. Happy long weekend. I just did a thumbs up there like a very old man. All right. Happy Easter Monday. Happy bank holiday Monday. Monday, like your nan says. Monday. Do you have the save file today? I'm on the save file. I think it's good. It's deadline day as well. I've just said yes to taking part, and I'm not really sure why, because we've got nothing left to do, but, you know, just want to do that. It's Monday. Welcome in. It's Monday. That's how my nan sounds anyway. Thumbs up, friend. I don't know why I did that, did I? Good morning, though, everyone. Hope you are good. So, Wembley, Zach Steffen and the Zealand tweet. Let's talk. Love Zach Steffen. Might be my favourite goalkeeper. Wembley was good, everyone. But Wembley was very good. Are you bored of it? No, not yet. What are your thoughts on Zach Steffen currently? Best mate, I think. Best mate. How are we? Yeah, very lots of apologies for not streaming yesterday. Saturday was quite a big day. And yeah, we guessed as much based on yesterday's cancellation. Yeah. So I thought we'll do it today rather than it's a bit tired, you know, and that stuff. And John wasn't in a great state, so yeah, we'll do it on Monday instead, won't we? I'm glad City now have their Karius moment. Slightly, yeah, actually. Maybe not quite the same level, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of true. Presume Prediction League is today. Up to Leone, but yeah, I was going to ask that. It's kind of up to Leone. We can do the Prediction League today to replace yesterday's one. If you'd prefer, it's also whether Leone can actually do it today, but yes is the answer. There we go. Prediction League will be today. I was having a think about it. The prize will be a piece of merch. Probably like a spineless t-shirt. All right. So there is a merch thing up for grabs today. If you win the Prediction League, Leone will be taking or keeping score on that. No, not too bad, actually. Right. I was actually okay. John, on the other hand. Yeah. Just eating some breakfast. Lovely stuff. I mean, we've got, I think, 14 days until the first game anyway. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Liverpool come in a game without me giving me heart palpitations. That'd be much appreciated. I don't know how they still managed to do that. After being 3-0 up at half-time. Pep went accidentally quick pick rotated team instead of starting 11. Yeah, it was an interesting one, wasn't it? It was an interesting one. We can chat about that today a little bit. Let's get the Sunday Fun Day playlist on. Can we do it so it's just picks the first song every time? Can we do it on Shuffle? How do you click shuffle? I'm very much like your nan again there. How do you shuffle it? Can you shuffle? How do you... Monday. There you go. Heavy big brains against Madrid as well. Yeah, hopefully. Your Wolfsburg. Sign Victor Osimhen. That's what I did. Also, Wolfsburg are really good anyway. The spanner works very well. Get Luca and Sesko in and just spanner it. Easy. Max, Arnold, Cornald and Inshallah. Yeah, exactly that as well. Agnostic Mayman. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Hello, Charu. Good morning. I'm very well, thank you. Abassi, good morning. Harry, welcome in. Who else have we got here? I've not really said hi to people. Hi, Sinks. How are you? Pep allowing his ass man to pick the team. I know. I was looking at it. It made me think Liverpool's squad might be stronger than City's at the moment. Do you reckon? Is that over the top from me? But I was like, Fernandinho, the level of drop-off to Fernandinho is so much bigger than another midfield change that Liverpool do. If Liverpool do Fabinho to Henderson in the 6, there's a bigger drop-off between Rodri and Fernandinho now. That's what I'd say. When's Lenny back from his holiday? Today, which I am looking forward to, actually. Wouldn't say so. Look how wrong it went for us bringing Hendo and Jones in. Yeah, but that was all of them together.
Oh, thank you.
The squad isn't stronger than City's, but the starting 11 is. See, I'm not sure. You massively disagree with Henderson coming in. Nah, I think you're I think you're doing the Liverpool fan thing, Ali, of overstating how good you think Fernandinho is. I've said it elsewhere. Walker's going to be a huge miss. Exactly. Henderson is not a 6 whatsoever. I'm not saying he is, and I'd absolutely always prefer Fabinho in there. But I think Fernandinho is way further off it than you think he is. Yeah, the music's going to go down in a bit once we get to the actual game. It needs to go to minus 24.4, which we agreed, which is there. He's decent against less mobile teams. Oh, yeah, 15 out of the 20 teams in the Premier League, he's probably fine. I'd rather have Tyler Morton in DM than Fernandinho. I think Fernandinho was so far off it, especially in a 2 with Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva's head absolutely went first half, and he was like trying to do the thing where he like, I'm going to take the game by the scruff of the neck and get us back into this. But then he went walkabout, and then Fernandinho wasn't good enough to cover it, and that's the problems all started from there. He's not a cheerleader. Henderson, again, this is classic Henderson slander versus like... I don't think Henderson is like as good as some people would say, but I also don't think he's as bad as some mainly Liverpool fans would say. I think City starting 11 against Liverpool with that much change probably has a similar outcome. Does it? Well, yeah, probably, yeah. But like, look at the changes. Konate was Konate or Matip? That's up for debate. So they've changed one centre back there to go with him. If like Tsimikas comes in for Robertson, do you see that much of a change? I'm like trying to measure off the changes together. Like Ake coming in, Zinchenko, by the way, a long way off it. Tsimikas is a better left back than Zinchenko is. Which again, if you don't watch a lot of Tsimikas, you're probably going, what are you on about? But trust me, I promise you, he is. You know that I'm not biased in this. Ake's bullshit. Yeah, Ake was very good, by the way, I thought. Fernandinho's age is finally starting to show, I think. Absolutely. At least he's a 6. Henderson so far from being a 6. We already need a... Yeah, I know what you mean, Ali. I agree with that. But I still think Henderson's a better footballer than Fernandinho now. And Fernandinho is one of City's best ever players, isn't he? And I loved him. But he was out of his depth, I think. Obviously, Keita did a job on him as well. Keita was sensational, especially first half. I think Pep fixed a few things second half, and they were better, but still nowhere near, like, yeah, it would have been unjust, I think, if they did get the equaliser. But yeah, he's great at ground duels, however he can't hit it. Yeah, mainly because he's that small. Do you reckon he's shorter than, you reckon he's 5'8", not even 5'11"? I thought he was good, Ake. It's a toss-up between him and Danjuma for the best player I've seen in a cherry shirt, really. Ake always did a great job up against, like, Salah for Bournemouth. Trent's pressing high was really good. Trent was good. Trent was really good. Trent was also very good defensively in that game. He won a couple of those little ones where he nicks it off a player, which is like the thing that everyone says he can't do. No, it was Liverpool were on it. City were off it, probably because of the changes. But yeah, Walker's the biggest miss for them, I think. Do you know Konate's goal was the first they've conceded from a corner this season? Really? He's good in the air, isn't he, Konate, now? I like if he can keep doing that. Like, he kind of pocketed Salah, to be fair. Well, Ake, yeah. Ake plays Salah perfectly every time, which I think is probably why he picked him in there. Rodri is so key to the way they move the ball, especially against the press. Rodri does the job about 3 people in there, and he lets Bernardo Silva be Bernardo Silva as a centre mid. He lets De Bruyne play 10 yards further forward and things. Rodri's massive in the way they play, and they missed him. When Konate scored, it was like watching an FM experiment of the tallest players with the shortest players. Like, he ended up going up against... like Grealish, like at the start of that move, didn't he? Like moving in. I think in the end it was it Ake who was up against in the air in the end? But it was like Grealish in the end who just brushed off or something. Yeah, I love Konate. I like Konate a lot. It was Ake in the end, I know, yeah. Anyway, Ake's last move in a Bournemouth shirt was injuring himself to put in a goal-saving block. What a guy. He just bullied... Oh, was it Jesus he bullied out the way? Yeah, that was it. Because he just brushed someone aside and then he was jumping against Ake, who was... you know, standing jump, was never going to win it anyway. KDB was never fit. Let's be real, only on bench to try and put fear into Liverpool. Yeah. And also, like, it's the 3 games in a row that they couldn't do it. That's why Rodri didn't play, because he couldn't do the 3 games in a row. He shoved Jesus into Grealish. It was chaos. Yeah, that was it. City didn't really have that many tall players. Biggest guys, Mark and Van Dijk. Yeah. City have got a small team, which is actually probably part of the reason why Konate plays that game, because he can actually, like, do things from set pieces. Yeah. Exactly that, Jojo. When he first moved there, everyone said he wasn't... It's difficult to replace Fernandinho because Fernandinho is sensationally good at one point, but I think he's just dropped off. There's a reason he's leaving in the summer, isn't there? It's because he's not good enough anymore. As a Palace fan, sorry, we can give you something different for a cup final. I was a bit disappointed by that, Georgia boy, yeah. They played well as well, didn't they, Palace, for 60, and then just kind of... I think they just punched themselves out a little bit, and then Chelsea got the goal and... they went for it and they got the second goal, didn't they? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's about Konate's pace as well, Ali. Yeah, 100%. big time. Because actually, City-wise, in terms of attacking players, they went pretty much full strength, right? It was a boring game. I fell asleep during it. So there it does it. The pace of Van Dijk to catch up and push Jesus wide when he was clean through. Alisson, by the way, can we talk about how that is a different game if Alisson doesn't just win his one-on-ones? That's the reason that City aren't blowing this league away, is because they haven't got a clinical finisher. Or across their front three, they're not clinical enough against good keepers like Alisson, who did him. Like that Jesus chance, Alisson just did him, didn't he? And push him wide, yeah. Stones and Fernandinho was the only big players, yeah. Anyway, thank you, Nightbot. I think I agree with what you just said there. Jesus should score it, so you know who does? Haaland, Harry Kane. Yeah, any of those, right? The clinical finisher. It does. You're right. Hello, Joey. Welcome in, buddy. Right, chat. We've had a good little chat about football there. Let's do more of that. But I think we should also go. It probably is hats, yeah. I think we should go to Football Manager because we've got a little bit of playing to do. What is going on with this? We're blurry. And we're blurry and we're big. There we go. It's deadline day and I've said yes to it. We've actually got 12 days until our next game as well. So I'd like to get up to that. I've said yes to deadline day because we're set to make a loan offer for Kai Havertz with an option to buy, apparently. He is not Brazilian, so we won't be doing that. Literally any strike in the top half finishes that Jesus chance. Yeah, possibly. That's not what I signed up for. I know, Fogman, I know. But here we are, right? Let's try and do a bit of FM Plus chatting. What I want to do before we continue today, before the end of deadline day, is decide which players we want to loan out, because we're just ever so slightly over our wage budget and with no transfer budget left. I'd like to make this nice looking if possible, and there's probably players that we could loan out that we haven't yet loaned out that we need to make a decision on. Players like, for example, do we let Netinho go on loan? Because is he actually going to play football? We need to decide on whether he is... Because I feel like Gil is ahead of him and Leo's ahead of him and a few other are ahead of him in the pecking order. I know we'd lose the homegrown status at club level, but is it just worth loaning him out to get him some football? Coffee in an Ember mug. The fans demand answers. Sorry, the coffee is in the Ember. Cheers, everybody. Shout out Ember. Bye, John. Did I impulse buy a... John just left, by the way. I said bye beforehand. That wasn't just how we say bye to each other. Another bad appearance. Maybe it should be a long... Thanks for everything. I think that's a bit... that's a little bit of a reaction, Ollie. But he was poor. Well, he was pocketed again. I don't know. Does Salah being a thing still... To be fair, well, Alex, what Ollie just said, if he still wants 400k a week and is not playing very well... It's a bit of it becomes a financial decision, doesn't it? A little bit. But then again, if he keeps playing like this, very easily Liverpool can turn around and say, you're not worth 400k. And he'll have to go, yeah, you're true, actually. Ali's Egyptian as well. Yeah, there you go. Salah was all right, relative performance, recent performance. I actually think he was good. I think he wasn't impactful. But I think the fact that he was quite good meant that well, I was going to say Mane, but actually it wasn't really Mane. It was that Robertson could get down the left-hand side. Mane was playing central, wasn't he? Mane looked a lot better because Salah was quite good. Diaz was really good. And also Keita in like running forward because of how good Salah was without doing anything mad. There's a couple in the second half where I was like, Salah, you could have finished that game there. But yeah, it becomes an allocation of resources issue. It does. There's definitely a discussion to be had around it. And I love Mo Salah. How you doing, Reedy? Welcome in, buddy. But is he worth that much, right? I wasn't too sure about Sterling playing central or Grealish. You could see what he tried to do. He tried to do the thing that happened in the league with like the way that he had the front three, and I don't think it worked as well. Because I think Klopp wised up to it, etc. And Liverpool were just a bit better. And I think they also played that front three at City, played with that mindset of like, we're going to have to be really good today because we've got all of these random lads at the back. Like Ake's playing and Zinchenko and Fernandinho, so there's that pressure straight away on themselves, and they've played like they had that pressure on themselves. Basically, you don't want Salah to end up in a messy situation costing the club. You don't, but I don't think that ever happens. But yeah, you kind of, I know what you mean. It is a discussion. It becomes a long-term wage structure issue, which turns into a cultural problem where everyone's overpaid. Exactly. Which is the whole reason why they're not giving him what he wants right now, is because you can't blow it. You can't turn around to say, like, put him on 400k a week, and when Luis Diaz joins the club and says, I want 200,000 a week, which you'd say no to, his argument straight away is, so you think Mo Salah's twice the player that I am? And it's very difficult to make the argument that that's true. You can't blow it. You can't do it. You can't do what United have done, where Pogba's on ludicrous money and De Gea's on ludicrous money, and then they're out of form and then you're stuck. Like, you can't do that. You have to stick to these things. And in the end, your bargaining power is probably better than theirs anyway with Salah. Like, now, every bad performance from Salah, what his price, his value, his wage demands have to drop that little bit, and eventually Liverpool will be like, do you want this or not? And you go, yeah, to be fair, I probably do. So that, yeah. Grealish has been a flop. They really needed a striker. I think it was a weird decision. I don't know if he's been a flop, but also I don't think he's been... They needed to buy a striker instead. It seems like it, doesn't it? Or somebody to be their striker. Not necessarily a striker. They needed like their Firmino or their... They just need someone who can take chances, who can play that sort of... I don't want to call it a false nine because it's not really a false nine, but that central striker role. I think they should have put more resources into Jesus and tried and stuck with him there a bit more, or something. I don't know, because I feel like he's their one player that can score goals. Anyway, which of these players would you loan out? I know that we're kind of just talking about football and not really looking at FM there, which I like, but also which one of these players should we loan out so we can get to the football matches today? Do I loan Netinho? I think I'm going to loan Netinho. I think I can just move. I kind of want them to pay wages. Let's offer him with the wages, and then if not, we'll move him to Paderborn. Should have kept Ferran Torres. They obviously didn't like him. He tried him there, didn't like him there. Ferran Torres played at the start of the season quite a lot before he was sold as their 9, didn't they? Imagine this with Havertz up top. Yeah, although Havertz I thought was really poor yesterday, but you're right. It's exactly that, right? It doesn't need to be a striker in terms of striker being the word, but someone who is that facilitator in the middle, which I don't think they've got, because I think Foden wants to go wide. I think Grealish wants to play wide. I think even when they play like Jesus, I think Jesus probably prefers playing wide now and is more effective playing wide. Who do they put in that middle one? Because it seems to compromise their performance, whoever they play in the middle. I know, right, I've said that, but also it's like, I don't know. I don't know if... I think people maybe disagree with that view, but that's kind of what I said. I think he did like Torres there. It was just Torres wanted to go, was it? Possibly that. Yeah, possibly. I mean, he did stick with him, actually, after he didn't really... Because I remember having Ferran Torres in my FPL team every game. Because I was like, they're going to play him as a striker and he's going to score goals. And then he never did score the goals. I took him out for 1 week and he scored twice, I think. And then I put him back in and he didn't score again. Foden there is their best option. I think he is. But I think you lose some of Phil Foden by playing him there. And it's like... you kind of like, what's the term there? Something like biting off your nose to spite your face or something. Something like that. That's not the same, but you know what I mean, right? Any of these others that need loaning? Liam Delap, is he there though? He's clearly not there. Otherwise Pep would have used him, wouldn't he? He's clearly not ready. Otherwise Pep would use him. We're talking about the best manager in the world probably, aren't you? They'll sign Haaland, and that is why we can't have nice things. I know. That is a shame. Question chat. Is Foden generational? I'm not sure he's generational. I think he's very, very good, but probably not generational. Come down with a monster cauldron Easter bank holiday is not the one. Breezer, I hope you feel better, my friend. Get well soon from everyone here. Clates Nailhead. Yeah, I just like... Otherwise, he'd be doing way more, right? He'd be doing way more. He's kind of... But I was actually even thinking yesterday, I was like... I remember when Foden first came in, it was like, look at this young kid who's actually from Manchester in their team, playing with the big boys. And then now he's earned that place in there, but I still don't think... Generational is literally, definition-wise, it needs to be a bit above that, if you know what I mean. To be fair, if City can sign Haaland, he's been injured for like half the season. Yeah, that'd be good. If they sign him and he's just injured all the time, that'd be fine. Bellingham, meanwhile, I think Bellingham needs to... Bundesliga tax is what Dan would say. We'll have to see how he does when he moves to the Prem, but I love Jude Bellingham. I'd be putting everything into Liverpool trying to sign him. Please, please. Deck, how you doing, buddy? Deck, did you go on Saturday? I think you did, right? Foden should leave City and play for his local club, Stockport County. Yeah, I think he should actually. I agree with that. Did you? Yeah, Phil said, seen you outside. Where did you sit? Where was that? That's a shame. You should have been cool to come say hi. I hope you enjoyed it though, my friend. It was good, wasn't it? Who are your top 3 English under 21s right now ranked? Don't know. I've not thought about that question. We'd have to do some ranking. Who do you reckon, chat? Probably Bellingham right at the top of that. How old is Foden now? Is he 21 yet? He's probably in there, isn't he? To be fair. And then Cade Gordon, probably. That's a joke. That's a joke. Why is that the first message I see? Stevenage great. I don't recognise Dan as a judge of talent since he still believes Stevenage will stay up. Hello, Dan. Good morning. Saka, Bellingham, not sure on 3. Is Saka still not? Saka is good, actually. I didn't realise. You think he's a little bit older, I think. Saka, Bellingham, maybe Foden. When everyone was walking out, I was on the other side of the crowd, couldn't get to you. Ah, gotcha. When everyone was singing that Klopp song, by the way, is a joke, isn't it? It does. I was saying to John, who I was with, I was like, "You're gonna not like this song, but after you hear it 8 times, you're gonna love this song because it sounds like a terrible song until you hear it 8 times, and then you love it." Saka more generational than Foden, in my opinion. Sancho's 21, is he? Unless you count Foden, I think I don't know. Yeah, James Ward-Prowse, not under 21, but yeah. Right, we need to do things. I've sorted by. Probably loan you as well, actually. Let's do some loans. Harry, thank you for the 11. John, did yours come through before? John, thank you for the 18 months. I don't know if it popped up, but thank you, dude. I appreciate you very, very much, Lee. And also, Harry, for the 11th. Thank you very much as well. The Klopp song is awful. Are you a Liverpool fan, though, Archie?
Okay.
Because I agree. It doesn't sound like a good song, but trust me, when you're in it and when you're singing it, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I saw those things on Twitter saying how bad it was, but it's really good. The fact that I woke up with it still in my head. Yeah. Foden's 21. Okay, so that's are we not counting him? What's a footballer generation? 20 years each. Yeah, I don't know actually. What are we counting as that? I'm sure John Lennon's fuming. People don't like this. The tune. Yeah, I bet he's upset. The Klopp song is horrible. Something Chelsea fans would make. Nah, you're all wrong. I disagree. And I'm saying this from the point of view of someone who listened to it the first time. I was like, that song is weird. Like, I don't think it's very good, but it's so good. Just stopping on my break. Nice. Foden isn't generational. That's what we said. Hi, Tom. How you doing, buddy? Right, loan offer. Get you out. Can you pay his wages? Because that's kind of what we're into here. Exclude foreign clubs. You're on £55. I don't mind as much if you are going out. Which ones of these are not actually... Did we have a question to ask about Bocau? Do we want Bocau to play football this year, or do we want him to stay and become homegrown at club? I'm not 100% convinced that he's it, you know. Trent, Mbappe, Haaland, generational. It's no better than come on Chelsea. It's better than that. It is better than that. Homegrown at club, you reckon? Keep him for that? You reckon we do keep him to be homegrown at club? I think that was always the plan, wasn't it? I feel like we shouldn't compromise on the plan, maybe. Let's keep him. I think if they come along and change something, okay, Trent but not Foden, don't get me wrong, he's great, but isn't game-changing. I know what you mean about that, Gaiden. I kind of had that thought as well when people said, is Foden generational? Is he much of a muchness with a load of other players that are as good as him across the world? Like, he's obviously in the very top bracket, but is he better or different to those? If Bellingham is a generational talent, what are Ronaldo and Messi classed as? I think the last generational. That's the another generation, isn't it? Do you think Bruno Fernandes is world class? Yeah. Yeah. His mum brings his value down. That was a mental video, wasn't it? That was mental. I think Bruno Fernandes is world class. Again, it's what do you define world class as? Is he, you know, does he sit within a team that have like a world 11? Possibly not, but is he like on that sort of, I don't know, it's all about what your definitions, what are your parameters, yeah. Like, he's obviously world renowned. He's playing in the Premier League at a very high level. So maybe, but you know, yeah. All classes top 3-5 for their position for you. Road to World 11. Oh, yeah, maybe he's not then. I don't know. Maybe he's not. Again, it's all what people... We can argue about this until the cows come home, can't you? Because it's like, what do you define as it, isn't it? Jack, do not worry about it, my friend. Welcome in, dude. Good morning. We're just trying to think. Well, we're not really. I'm trying to talk about FM, and the chat's ignoring me to talk about real football, which I love, but no one cares. I might as well just continue doing this without the FM on the screen at this stage. I don't think Alphonso Davies is all that. I think that might be a FIFA thing, thinking that he's all that. He was really good for like one Champions League run, wasn't he? Bruno's the best numbers in the world as a midfielder. That's what I mean, right? Like, I think he's up there. I think he's really good. I'm a little bit scared as a rival fan of what Ten Hag can do with Bruno Fernandes. And I think, because I think actually Bruno Fernandes has been completely compromised by Manchester United being really rubbish. And he's still kind of done okay in it. But I also think he's a little bit petulant, and he kind of does like, makes some weird decisions sometimes. And he does try and play, like sometimes you just need to keep the ball, and he tries to do a little bit too much, but also someone in that United team needs to do that. So it's like, because they're bad, it makes him look bad, but him in a better system where he doesn't need to try those, like he gives the ball away a lot, etc., doesn't he? He's plug and play in the Berghuis role. Yeah, I think he's going to be really good. You predict that Ten Hag will be gone in 18 months. That is a big prediction. Possibly, though. I can see why you'd say that. Coming into a broken team, it's not a given that he's going to be able to turn it around. He should bring Gravenberch with him to replace Pogba. And Manchester United are not good at setting up long-term, are they? And thinking big picture. They always say that they are. There's always a new dawn at Manchester United. There's always like, right, this is the era now. It's the Oli era. It's the Mourinho era. It's gone on so many times. And then they get a little bit into it. And they're like, we haven't won the league yet. I think we should start again. Let's start a new era. They've been stuck between stools for about 8 years now. Gravenberch to Bayern. Is that happening? I saw that as a thing. Yeah, Wembley was insane, Robbie. Insane. So good. So good. Sounds like Liverpool a while back. Yeah. Like false dawns. So many false dawns, isn't there? All depends if the club fans are prepared to be patient and suffer a bit. Getting them back to where they were will take a minimum of 5 years. Yep. Yeah. And the Glazer process is so strange. I kind of understand them, though. It's like, I don't want these owners who do these things to just get away with it because, it's like, we spent a bit of money now. It's like, well, I don't know. Maybe, yeah. United fans, the Glazers aren't great people, so I understand why you'd protest them, but also they do spend a lot of money on that football club as well, don't they? They invest almost a billion in players. Yeah, I know. It's not like they've not spent money. I don't think that's why the protests are there, but they still like, it's what they stand for maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to get into the head of a Manchester United fan, which is very difficult. Mourinho's never going to be an era. It's Mourinho. But that's with hindsight. I think when he went to United, that was the mindset. It was going to be the Mourinho era. Like he was going to put them back on the map because they needed it after Moyes. I think this summer there will be a clear out of players, just in terms of where their contracts are. There'll be a clear out of players this year. But you're also right; they definitely need to. Yeah, it was a year ago today. The Super League got announced. Yeah, and now there's just the Super League Light, isn't there? Oh, I shudder at what is going to happen to football. I shudder. They came second with Mourinho, which actually didn't help them long term, did it? The coming second with Mourinho, the finishing second with Oli, just made everyone think, we don't need too many changes. We just need to, we're almost there. When really they were never there. They were never going to win the league that year, were they? Never going to win the league. So much self-righteousness over the Super League. What do you mean by that, Otto? What do you mean by that? I'd like to hear your reasoning behind self-righteousness about it. I'm going to sell Daniel because he's Polish now. Let's see which the biggest offer is and see how much money we can get. 215k. Let's try this one. Oh, it's going to happen at some point. Absolutely. Like, they've got all the power. Did I just click off it? Oh, buyback price. I like having a buyback price. I'm not going to buy him back, though, because he's Polish, but... So I can remove that and let's get percentage of profit instead. Can I not select? Oh, I can select all. Let's just do that. Another bid for a tidy, which I don't want. Barca want a Super League because they can't beat Frankfurt in the Europa League. Yeah. It's like when Arsenal were involved, wasn't it? It's like, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. As a fan, which player say or hurt you the most? Hurt me the most? Torres, probably. hindsight is a wonderful thing. You say, actually, they did the exact right thing to sell Torres at that point. But Torres was my favourite player. I adored him. I still adore him. Loved him. But when they sold Torres, because he went like on deadline day, because he went to Chelsea, it had all the makings of like heartbreak, didn't it? Sterling hurt a bit as well, actually. Didn't like the Sterling sale. I think I'd love Sterling back at Liverpool one day still. But probably those two. Clint Dempsey leaving to Spurs, sad, yeah. West Ham are more of a super club more than certain North London clubs. Yeah, Breezy likes this. He was a beast for Liverpool. He was. Were you really upset about the Wijnaldum one, Sam? I was kind of like, because it was coming for so long. I was kind of like, we knew what was happening for a while, didn't we? Maybe, though. Hello, Philip. Good morning. The Reds are massive. They are indeed. They are absolutely indeed. Okay, they've actually made this bid. Good. With the 50% profits. Good. Let's accept all of those then. I was a Newcastle fan. Gotcha. Sorry, Sam. Yeah, that makes more sense. I can see why that would upset you. That was after relegation, though, wasn't it? They went down and then had to sell Wijnaldum. When he jumped ship when they got relegated. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that is that's upsetting. Him and Sissoko. Oh, and Liverpool were like, because Spurs wanted Wijnaldum as well. They missed Wijnaldum and signed Sissoko. Oh, God. We've done very well to get Wijnaldum out of that. He was a goal scoring machine for Newcastle at home, yeah. It's only mentioned every time Wijnaldum's in a football match. He scored 4 goals once for Newcastle in a game. Literally. It's one of those commentator things like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. And then they say it. Throwback, but I was gutted when we sold Benayoun to Liverpool. Yeah, Breeze, I like that. That is a throwback. But also, I loved Yossi Benayoun at Liverpool. Loved him. Man could dribble through a crowd in a phone box, that guy. He didn't look like a footballer, though, did he? Yossi Benayoun. Didn't look like a footballer. Loved him. What are your plans for the 4... Yeah, Fletch saying nights like this every time. Your plans for the players? I like Gil. I'm going to play them as much as possible. I want to just establish ourselves and see, are we good this year? And if we are good, I'm going to try and play a few of those against the lower teams at home and then also in the cup competitions and go from there, really. Oscar really stung. Yeah, that was a bit of a weird one, wasn't it, the Oscar one? Sort of just said, I can make all this money for my family, so I'm going to. And everyone was a bit like, sort of fair enough, but also you're going to go and play in China now when you're at this level where you're one of the best players in the league for that year. Yeah. And he kind of said afterwards, he's like, oh, it's for the money. I've made so much money for my family. And you kind of can't argue with that, can you, at that point? Did he say that he used to watch Chinese football as a kid? I love it. They're like, say this. Shaka Hislop leaving Ready in 95 was a big loss at the time. Yeah, I can imagine, J-Pro. I'm also going to need about 2 weeks off to recover from the inevitable Declan sale. Right, here's a theory, Breezy. West Ham win the Europa League, qualify for the Champions League. You don't lose Declan Rice. He stays at least for another season. Because he's going to go and play Champions League football for West Ham, isn't he? Do you know what I can also see happening? I can see West Ham winning the Europa League, qualifying for the Champions League. Do they go straight into the groups or do they go into a qualifier from that? Because if they go into a qualifier, I can absolutely see them doing like an Everton and losing the qualifier. I feel like West Ham have done that before, haven't they? Like 100% stays to get UCL, yeah. I think they might win the Europa at this point. I think Leipzig will be very difficult. They'll be pot 1, will they? Wow. So I think that's different than it used to be, didn't it? That's straight in. I love that. So they can't do what I was suggesting they might there. Hamburger bid 300k straight up. Can we get a percentage of profit? We'll take it. 4th will be the Europa League thing, yeah. Okay. They'll actually get a decent... Yeah. It's all... The incentive's there for them, isn't it? Massively. I've accepted that one, right? Yeah. We could do a Villarreal and go to... Or they could do a Villarreal and go to the CL semis. Yeah, they could. It's a fun one. There's a really exciting end to this season for a lot of teams. I feel like there's a lot going on for a lot of teams this year. Like with the West Ham thing, even with like... Leicester went through, didn't they? Like even the Leicester Conference League thing, the West Ham Europa League thing, the Rangers thing there. You've got Liverpool and City still in the Champions League. There's a lot going on, isn't there? You've got like the relegation stuff still quite exciting. Championship playoffs are a joke, yeah. Massively. Are Hertha staying up? No. No, they're not. You really want Rice to come to Chelsea. He's a Chelsea fan, isn't he? Declan. And you could definitely see that he'd want to as well with like him and Mount together again. No one wants fourth. Exactly. That's so exciting. Just been a mad season. Unreal to watch. Unreal to watch, yeah. If West Ham win the Europa League, says somebody, stop Arsenal getting Champions League, I'd laugh so much. Yeah, that would be wild, wouldn't it? Yeah, came through the academy with Mount, yeah. A bid to loan Savia. I'm going to say no because I think we need to keep him, but that's maybe somebody we could... Nah, I want to keep him this year. He's come on and done all right since we played him a few games, haven't we? So we'll keep him. I've seen people laugh at Leicester for prioritising the Conference League. Nah, at this stage, absolutely. What else are they playing for in the league? Nothing. So you go and win a European trophy if you can, even if it is quite tin pot. Absolutely, I'm on board with them prioritising that. This is like Liverpool when they used to prioritise the Europa League. Everyone would go, why are they throwing away their league form for the Europa League? Because what are fans in it for? You're in it to go and win things, aren't you? And see your team... No one at the end of the season going, oh, do you remember that year we finished 7th instead of 9th? Whoa, glory days. Do you remember that cup? Do you remember that league run to 7th? No one cares about that at the end of the day, do they? If it's obviously qualifying for the Europa League and things like that, but I think they qualify. I don't know actually. What is the rule? What do they qualify if they? Yeah, they qualify Europa League. I think if they win the Conference League. Yeah. So it's their best. It is also their best chance of qualifying for European football next year. So. Yeah. It's absolutely all about that. It's all about the journey. It's also the same thing that people always go, like, why are you celebrating so much? It's a quarterfinal. It's like, why are you celebrating so much? Like, on the road, you're going to lose. What if you're just going to lose a game? That's the point of football. Celebrate when your team wins. Otherwise, you can't wait until you lose. Don't, like, it frustrates me. It's like, why are they all giving it the big one on Twitter? Because this is the time where you have to give it the big one. Or, like, you have to enjoy your football team because... Only one team can win the league at the end of the year, etc. And only one team can win the Champions League at different competitions. You have to enjoy it when you're on the road to it. Question, will we actually get a prediction league today? We should do. But yes. We are also on deadline day, and I'm just spending a lot of time trying to sell Daniel. Which is proving quite difficult, actually. Because teams keep upping their bids for him. That's a really good bid now from Schalke. England get 9 teams in Europe next season if Leicester and West Ham win. I don't know the ins and outs, but it is pretty much like that, right? Does someone drop off somewhere? If they both win, does somebody drop somewhere else? I don't quite know the ins and outs of it. I think it is just that everyone qualifies, though, isn't it? Ten Hag, at what point do we lose a Champions League spot? Because somebody else takes it. Is it if... I swear that's a thing, isn't it, right? Only if Liverpool or City win the UCL... Which seems pretty likely that one of them will, I'd say. If one of them wins the Champions League, does that mean who loses it at which point there? Sunderland getting stick for celebrating a last-minute win against Shrewsbury the other day. What's the point in following a football team if you can't celebrate a 92nd-minute goal? Exactly, D-Coop. Exactly. But also, don't listen to people on Twitter is probably what I'd say as well, because morons in the main. We can't lose a spot because we'd have been through anyway. Then it goes 4th in France or 2nd in Portugal. We don't lose a spot because Liverpool and City are already going... we don't lose a spot, but... Oh, right. So we've got... Okay, so we don't actually at any point lose a spot. As in, like, if Liverpool finished 5th and then won the Champions League, they would take the 4th spot, right? So, no, we don't lose a spot. We gain one. Okay. Is celebrating goals offensive now? Apparently, yeah. Tom went to that game, did he? Sad. Sad times. Have I responded to these ones? I'd quite like to get the percentage of profits in. At least there's a bit of money to be made in the future then. Yeah, that makes more sense then. 34 million. Wolfsburg have made a bid of 34 million for Helinho. Jesus. Another Brazilian coming back to the Bundesliga though. So we'll probably sign him next year. Because Wolfsburg will be good. I'd love to see what Alex Ferguson would do to compete with Klopp and Pep. His European record is pretty poor in comparison, but maybe that challenge will spur him on that didn't exist when he was in his prime. Yeah, Otto, that's a big part of this. The reason, or a big reason, that Pep and Klopp are so good is that the other one is so good at the same time, and they have to be. Is they are definitely bringing each other's levels up. 100%. Like, Fergie's record in Europe was also whilst winning the league most years and stuff. It was like... It's a different time. It's really difficult to compare them, isn't it? But yeah. We just had another bid for a tidy, which I will reject. We've had a loaner bid for Luis Augusto, which is good. It's been accepted. They are actually going to pay some wages. That's fine. It's staying in Germany. Happy days. That's the worst bid out of all of them. Look at all the bids I just accepted for him. All of these bids were about 400k, and he's chosen to go for the team that's offered 200k. Do I just have to accept this? It's a bit annoying. How much did we buy him for? We bought him for 600k. I'm saying no to this. Can I say no and still get it done? He's Polish. He's irrelevant. He is, but people bid 500k for him with 50% profit. Should we just get rid of him? I don't think we lose him else, do we? What wage is he on? Do we lose a bit of the wages? He's on 1.2. It doesn't matter. Let's just let him go. You're probably right. Just get rid, yeah. I think we're thinking a little... We're overthinking it, maybe. We've got a percentage of next sale on him as well now. So 50%. The profit will be bigger. We'll get more money in the future. Didn't make a single appearance. We've sold him. 200 to 500 is not much to you. Exactly right. Unless new offer. I don't think there would be a new offer, would there? Is he irrelevant because he's Polish or because of the stats? A bit of both, to be honest, Rubinho, yeah. Yeah, a bit of both. You are right. We've had some follows as well. Thank you to these follows beforehand. Mohammed Ferrers, Gittos, and Captain Ginger. Welcome. Is Henderson a better captain than Gerrard was? Don't know. That's not true. That's not even true. I know what you're saying, like, because he won more, but Gerrard was another level. So Gerrard is a better. But again, what the hell? What is a better captain? Like, Henderson's a great captain, but not for the reasons that. But are you really what you're thinking is who's a better player? Because that's such a loaded, weird question, isn't it? Like, yeah, what are we looking at? Impact? Or are we looking at, like, actually, does he do good community stuff? Is he a better public speaker? Because probably in those regards, but Gerrard was way bigger as a footballer for Liverpool, wasn't he? In terms of what he achieved and did for Liverpool. So, yeah. But then again, Henderson won the Premier League. Did Steven Gerrard? He did not. So if you could make arguments. Bids for a tidy again. Right, I'm done with deadline day, I think. Loan bid for Ramon. Loan bid for Ramon. Do I let Ramon go? Who's our backup left backs? I think Ramon can go. He's technically fourth choice, and it does give us our 10k a week. Does he distribute match tickets to the players better? Yeah. Better captain because he's stuck with Liverpool even though they were rubbish. Yeah, I guess, Rakia, that's true. Only just, though. If you told me in 2015, Hens were the captain of Liverpool in 7 years as one of the most successful teams of the year, I would not have believed it. Oh, absolutely not. Henderson nearly moved to Fulham in, like, a year after he signed. Yeah, if we ignore the transfer request. Exactly, that's what I mean. Like, he nearly moved. It wasn't like... he did very nearly go to Chelsea. I'm going to accept that. Ramon's going to go out on loan, I think. I think we can cope with it fine. Is Netinho likely to leave the club? He is. I'm going to actually just move him, I think. He's going to go to Paderborn. I'd like him to play football. Why can I not click this button? Important player. Where do I want him to play? There, I think. Another bid for Savio. Right, I think we're done. It was a wild 24 hours. It was, yeah. It was. I felt every emotion, yeah. It was a strange old time, that, wasn't it? It was a strange old time. Right, you're off to there. You're off to there. We've got Netinho going to Paderborn. We've got Ramon going to Hamburg. Are Hamburg in the league below still? They are. That's kind of a good level for him to play then. Netinho also playing for Paderborn in the league below. How many players ended up at Paderborn? Do I move anyone else there before the end of this? We've got Z, Patati, Kidd, Gledson and Netinho. There are 5 of our players there. That's probably enough, isn't it? I wish our captain would request a transfer. Who's that? Who do you support, Damo? Because I love that. Please leave. I mean, I did wish Gerrard went to Chelsea most because I liked him, but I can't stand Liverpool. Yeah, Raki, I get what you mean. I think a lot of people would feel like that. Have I gone out on loan? Good question, Ray. I don't think you have. Would you like to go out on loan? You are wanted by 1860 München. Should we loan you to them? Good idea. We'll keep you in Germany, but yes, you can go. You're a United fan on the money. Good. I've got bad news. I think Maguire stays even under Ten Hag, and I think he plays, and he's first choice centre back. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's difficult to not be happy about that as well. Neil Fisk. Any of these other players that need to go on loan? If they're youth players, I don't think they can. It's only when they are of a certain age. Jojo, you can't quite go. You don't have a contract. You don't really deserve one either. Let's be honest, nobody else would want him. Fairly true. I think Leicester probably take him. Jurien Timber to follow Ten Hag. Good on FM, so potentially. Sean Dyche beats West Ham yesterday. Yeah, but Ben Mee was in charge, so that, yeah, he probably does. Probably does. West Ham decided, like, I think it took them 75 minutes or something to get to terms with the fact that Ben Mee was on the side, being one of the managers. Ben Mee, future England manager. The new England manager is me. Just so they can announce it like that. Perfect. I mean, if you watched the Dutch Cup last night, Maguire is conceding 5 a game. What do you mean? Because, what do you mean? Going to be hilarious watching England USA at the World Cup. Harry Maguire, the world's most inept centre-back, versus Zardes, the world's worst striker. Why is Zardes still in the USA team? Why is he anywhere near that squad? I don't understand it. Because he's never been a good footballer. Foot isn't meant to got... Oh, I didn't see the Westwood injury, but yeah, no, it's definitely not, is it? I'm surprised Ben Mee didn't pick himself to play. Yeah, Michael Jackson was on the sideline as well. He's been dead. It's very strange. Tweet Zealand and ask him why, shall we? Why is Zardes anywhere near the US men's national team? Think Mee's injured. That's a weird way of saying you've got an injury, Leonie. Mee is injured. He's injured, is he? Okay. That makes more sense then. How was your character in The Journey? Oh, The Journey. I forgot about that as being a thing. Because they don't have Josie Altidore anymore. Do they just have to have some, like, terrible striker in the... Zardes' first touch is like a trampoline. It's terrible. Fridge on wheels left 2 versus 3 and 3v3 on the counter. You wouldn't cope. You're saying, okay. You mean the way that Ten Hag plays? He wouldn't cope. I think he will play. I think he will play. Right. You've gone to 1860 Munich. Have we sorted out our wages slightly? Yes. We've got a bit of wage budget left to spend as well. I'm going to put a little bit of extra in. 3k a week. We're good on money. The Evan Nilsson salon fee might be quite good. It's 3 million. So if we do ever need a 3 million, there's 3 million there. 3.1 million. What's the Danilo one? Okay, there's about 4.5 million in sell-on clauses there if we ever just need 4 million to sign somebody. It looked like I'd improved a bit. You're actually quite good. It's a shame that you are a 5'10" centre-back that is German, but you are quite a good player with decent potential. You actually, yeah, playing for 1860 will be quite interesting. It's the best level you've been at, actually. Imagine being Ben Mee playing on the Wii's, going, that's me as a me. Who? Right, Ollie, you made my heart hurt having to read that out. And I did stop halfway through. Ryan's wide centre-back. Yeah, he is. He probably is. Okay, deadline is closed, or the window is closed. We've got a game in 12 days. Let's get ourselves up to Dortmund and play this match. It's away at Dortmund. It's not a great start. By the way, just looking at the players for today, or the teams that we're playing today, I should say. We've won all 4 of our competitive games so far this year, but we've now got Dortmund, then PSG, then Cologne, who are actually quite good, then Mainz, who are actually quite good. It's going to be horrible. Anyways, I'm going to go drink my body weight in Lemsip. Enjoy the stream, Breeze. I hope you feel better soon, my friend. What Brazilians did you sign? This summer, Kuru Ben, we signed these ones, which you can now see on the page. We signed these. Alexandro and Dodo, Murato. These are youngsters. Jobson, who's a youngster. And Gil, who is a youngster. Scored on his debut, did Gil. I think he might be near starting, you know. He's very good. And then Breno is a new goalkeeper, which we're hoping is a Neto replacement. How much did they just bid for Richarlison? 66 million! Bloody hell! It was rejected as well, the first one. They've offered 83 mil for Richarlison. I know he's good, but that's outrageous money. Is Morato a new gen, although it's the Benfica one, Ed? Benfica one. Oh, did someone ask about the Luis Adriano goalkeeper? It is the Famalisao one. That one, yeah. We need to do our Champions League registration now. This is going to be scary. This is the most stressful moments of our stream. Oh my God, look at all the spaces in the sides. Look at all the spaces we've had to leave. This is going to be horrible. Can I just sort this? Let's go by position. That's no Angelo. Oh, Angelo can go in. Why did that? Angelo's homegrown at club now. Is that actually a thing? Right, concentration time. I know. He's actually homegrown at club. Why wasn't he picked by the quick pick then? That's mental. We've actually got 20 players. He's under 21. He doesn't need to be registered. Oh, I see. So we can leave a space with him. It doesn't matter either way, though, does it? So he's also under 21, and he's also homegrown at club and nation, which is lovely. We've also got a Tidy who's homegrown at nation. Just to have a look at them, this is a really significant step forward in that we've got a Tidy, Savio, and Angelo who are all homegrown at nation now. So obviously that helps with things. Also, the fact that they are under 21 means that he doesn't actually have to be registered anyway. But this is good. Who are we leaving out then from this? Jolson, which doesn't help. Jolson not in. Oh, hang on a minute. But we can do our young ones, can't we? If you add in maybe his homegrown nation help to get someone in. I don't think so. But yeah, there's possibility for that, isn't there? Do you ever get new gens in different saves with the same names and position? I get Vittorio Martin for 2 saves. Yeah, if they're facing the game players, there are certain names that are like based on real people's names, like they're researchers or something to do with the game, and they will appear as new gen names in different saves. Yes. Just have Neto and Breno. Yeah, we don't need the other goalkeeper in, do we? So he's not in anyway. Junior is not in anyway. Do we even need Neto? Are you under 21? Because Ollie, you can be our backup anyway. And Breno just gets picked. Neto probably kicks off about that, but do we mind? Too many goalkeepers. We've only got 2. Just make sure Neto will kick off. That's what I'm worried about here. What is his agreed playing time? Is important player. We kind of don't want the kicking off from him, do we? Get Boutio in? Probably not. Because who else is going to kick off here? Can I see? You can't see their insert column. I want to see their agreed playing time. I think we looked at this before. I don't think you can do agreed playing time as a thing on here, can you? Be really useful. Neto has staff attributes here, which means he'll probably retire at end of this season. I think that's true as well, yeah. Yeah, I saw that gambling. Very sad news. Rest in peace indeed. I've signed Steve Rowley a lot of times as a scout with his 2020 Judge of Talent. He was really good. Right. Are you ready for... We need Angelo in, that's fine. I kind of would like... Do we need Lincoln? What's his agreed playing time? Squad player. These guys... I kind of want Adriel in there. Paulo Cesar, is he our backup centre-back? Morato probably is, isn't he? Let's go through it. So goalkeeper, we've got 2 in... Well, we've got Neto and Breno now. But do we need Neto? We'll decide on. Centre-backs, we've got Felipe, Gabriel, Morato. We've only got one... We've only got one backup there, haven't we? Do we need another backup centre-back? Cover every position at least twice. Well, we'd like to, yeah. Let's think... Jolson is actually a very valuable player to have in there because he does cover every defensive position because he plays right back, left back and centre back. I kind of think we should get him in. That means no Paulo Cesar though, which would be a shame. So I think Jolson comes in. A tidy's right back cover for Dodo. Left back cover is Sandro and Tellez. And also Jolson covers all of them. Defensively, we're pretty good there. Midfield, we've got 3 midfielders. So we've got Bruno, Antonio and Paqueta. Behind those, do we have enough backup here? Jobson coming in. I feel like Jobson goes out and Adriel comes in. Because Adriel covers Bruno. And then in centre mid, we'll have... I think we're lacking in midfield here, aren't we? I think we're lacking in midfield. We can't have another one in. I think we're just lacking there. Is any of these that don't need to be in? Does Savio need to be in? He's homegrown. Probably does, doesn't he? Max you can have is 19. Yeah, we're at the max now. So it's a question of which ones of these are going to kick off. Eric Brendan won't kick off. Let's just check because he is breakthrough prospects. I think he's fine. Let's go back to the top, actually. Lewis Jr. probably fine. He's going to be emergency backup or backup. That's fine. Franchino Jr., you'll be fine. You're also under 21, so you are kind of technically in anyway. Lincoln instead of Bocau covers more. I agree. Or do we do Leo instead of Bocau? Bocau's not in anyway. Bocau's not in anyway. Lincoln might. Yeah. Does Cesar kick off? What's he now registered as? Fringe player. So he's probably okay. Leo. Okay, Leo's listed as important player. He'll kick off. I know he's young, but I think Leo kicks off. I kind of want Leo in because he covers a lot as well. But who does he come in for? Savio? That doesn't work because Savio is one of our homegrown players. Leo is squad, yeah. Well, he's actually listed as home as important player. Because remember when we signed him, he wanted to be a star player. We've brought him down to this as well. Oh, Bruno Fernandes was in a car crash this morning. I'm assuming he said he's fine and no one sustained serious injuries. Still not great news, but yeah, I'm glad that he's okay. Read it the wrong way. Yeah. Bloody hell. I know. This is tough. This might be our toughest registration yet. I don't think we're far off, though. It's just a question of, can I get Leo in for anybody else here? Do we take a hit on Neto and bring Leo in for Neto? Because then that only leaves... or Lincoln. What is Lincoln registered as? So he's only agreed a squad player. So Lincoln's probably the easiest one to leave out here. Is he... He's part of the secondary. He's in the other players as well. Where's Leo in terms of influence? Also other players. Are we leaving out anyone here who's part of our top hierarchy? Those are all in. Those are all in. Those are all in. No. So anyone that we leave out is all part of other players. So it's fine. It says you have 6 spaces available. We do, but if we go over... We've got 6 places available, but we need a minimum of 8 players trained in Germany for 3 years. So if we put another player in who's not that, you lose it again. And I don't think there's... I can put like Ollie in and it won't make a difference. But that doesn't matter because he doesn't need registering anyway. For example, I could also do Angelo in. It wouldn't make a difference, but he's already registered anyway. So I think this is our limit, isn't it? Hi, Dear Emu. Good morning, my friend. I take the hit not for personal reasons at all. No. I think we do take the hit, genuinely, though. I think Leo is the one that comes in because he's the one who will kick off the most. It's him or... Actually, was Neto in that hierarchy? Oh, because Neto is... I forgot. Neto is an highly influential player. He's more influential than Leo, who's only other players. What do you gauge as more important here? Their agreed playing time or their influence in the dressing room? I'm sort of flip-flapping back now. In terms of a squad decision, we could leave him out and say we'll register him next time. And then by that time, we might have sold him. Because he's leaving anyway. I think he's the only one, right, who kicks off. And we'll just say, apologise and say, no. Could have a big domino effect. That's what I'm a bit worried about. Like, if we don't get that apology in and if he rejects it, do we have a big domino effect? Whereas, do we apologise to Leo instead? Then it's probably better. In terms of a squad decision, though, Neto out, Leo in is better in terms of cover. The next time will work, so no influence. It usually does, doesn't it? It's a bit of a risk, though. Oh, it's a scary moment. I think I'm going to take a risk. The other question then, I guess, is do we do Leo or do we do Jobson? Jobson, what do we agree for him to be? Okay. Emergency backup. That's fine then. Is there anyone else that I'm leaving out that is going to be upset by being left out? Yeah, Ed, it definitely works, doesn't it? Do you know what this calls for? Video experiment. We could do an experiment on it, yeah. Kind of works, doesn't it? Can you get away with it every time? I'm going to do this. We're going to do Neto out. We're going to do Leo in. Because Leo can cover centre mid and wide. Which is probably more important. Because we looked low in midfields, didn't we? That's not a nice list, is it? Right, we'll see how it goes. We also need to register. This is a much easier process, registering for the Bundesliga. You just register absolutely everybody. Because you can. Because you can register 56 players I've registered there. I'm just going to see, do any more get registered if I put them all in? Like, oh, he can't be. Like, why haven't I put him in? Kokota wasn't registered. Pavio can't be registered. Is that because he's too young? Yeah. Weirdly, there you go. All right. Lincoln has got upset. And Neto has got upset. I need to apologise now to him. Do you have a working hard? Do you have a working heart? You're in the Bundesliga squad. Exactly. Exactly that. I'm lost for words at your decision to leave me out of the squad for the Champions League. Can you explain why it happened? I do apologise. And you'll be registered at the earliest possible opportunity. Imagine just saying it was an administrative error. Just lying straight out to his face. Yeah, it was so good, Carlson. So good. Loved it. The concourse at half-time was absolutely insane. I think that's the best Liverpool atmosphere I've ever been to as a game as well. It was so good. Obviously, being 3-0 up against City probably helps that, doesn't it? Doesn't matter. It's a promise. It's the right one. Because he's going to be gone in the summer. Yeah, so I'm going to say we're going to promise it, right? Because he's gone anyway, so it doesn't matter if he kicks off. I hope you keep your word this time. What do you mean this time? Hopefully he doesn't get upset. Do we need to say the same thing to Lincoln? I think we just have to say the same thing to Lincoln. His morale is abysmal now. So I'm glad that he's not a starter. Again, he might go in January, to be fair. I'm going to have to just promise that they're going to be registered. And then when they're not, cross that bridge when we come to it. I saw a meme. It's like, oh, look, it's that bridge that I promised to cross when we came to it. This time, yeah, that was a bit low, wasn't it? Twingo Wellen Royfer, thank you for the follow. CY Depay, thank you for the follow. Welcome in both. Hope you're both well. How's the music volumes? Is it all good? I've just got a little bit of background noise here. It's nice. I love streaming without headphones on. It's so much nicer. Yeah, we're chilling. Oh, cat rang me. Volume is good. Excellent work. The benefit of having a 22-man squad, there's Europe room for everyone. Yeah, this is true. Although we wouldn't have enough homegrown players. We are getting there, though, in terms of homegrown players. Is there like an overall... Can I look? Is there a page where I can look at how long everyone needs? I'd like them to play more often. I'm just going to leave that. I don't really care. Because I think quite a few of our players must be getting close to the homegrown status thing now, which is going to be very important in the future. Very important in the future. Best phrase this FM. There's too much water under the bridge, making them more angry. Yeah, they do get... The dynamics of them getting very angry is a bit wild, isn't it? We need to talk about signing Breno with the very angry and hatred. I can't believe we've got a hatred. A fierce dislike with a journalist who haven't really done anything either, but Nicky hates me. I still don't quite understand why that's a thing. Bocao and Cesar soon. They should be, right? It says homegrown status in the drop-down menu. What, in... Oh, what? As on like, if I go to like here, you want to do like here, homegrown status. Is that a thing? There. So like, these are the ones that have it, but I'm looking, I want to see like how, you know, where it says how many days they've got left. These are the ones that are homegrown at the moment. Frenchinho Jr., Angelo, Savio are tidy. It's actually a really good shout to keep it tidy, isn't it? There's an actual view. Oh, is there an actual view on here? Oh, there is. Oh, yeah. Due date. Good stuff. Well done. There is one. Sorry, Asakin. You are completely correct. Due date, look. These guys become... There are Adriel all the way down to Jobson. 2027 for a load of them, which is quite a long way away still, but that's all right. And they're all homegrown at club. The only one who's at nation is Jolson. Why doesn't Jolson get club? Is it because he joined too late? So Jolson doesn't get club. We could loan Jolson. Not that I want to, because I think he's too good. But yeah. Where's my old friend Danny Carver Jalapeno? He's still playing. We might bring him in as a coach when he retires. That's interesting then. So some of these, there's none here that we should think should be, but aren't getting it. Gil doesn't ever get it. See, that's interesting. Gil is never going to be homegrown. I guess because we signed him when he was 19 and we missed the threshold. But yeah, in 2 years' time, look how many we'll have in our club. It'll be great. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 homegrown players. We just need to keep these players, really, don't we? Because he joined at 19. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? But yeah, we're getting there. If I also go to the second team of the under-19s, look how many there are that are also Brazilian. Ignore the German ones, I suppose. But like, these 16-year-olds obviously came through, so they're going to be homegrown soon. But all of these ones too, some of them won't make it, but some of them will. So we're looking all right. Gil is homegrown in his heart. Yes. We've got Mai Tai on. I put some of the songs on the playlist, by the way. I wasn't expecting this. I'll be homegrown. Yeah, Will, you're going to be homegrown, even though you're Brazilian, because you did actually come through our youth intake. Oh, look, Neto. We haven't had goalkeeper injuries all year. Now Neto's not in the team and he gets injured. I mean, good. Not good. You don't really want a manager. You don't really want your manager saying good when you get injured, do you? But you know what I mean. Our goalkeeper's got injured. Good. I'm sure the press would not make anything of that. Imagine if you didn't buy Breno. Yeah, injured. Good. Breno, Luis Jr. and Frenchinho with me would be the most likely candidates. I forgot you were a goalkeeper, Boutio. I thought you were, for some reason, I thought you were a defender, and I thought they were putting you in goal there. Genuinely would have to be me. If we didn't buy Breno. No, because, well, in the Champions League it would be, yeah. In the Champions League. For the league, though, we could have played Junior, Luis Jr., wouldn't we? He threw himself down the stairs. He said, they don't appreciate me. They left me out of the Champions League squad. Yeah, something like that. You cannot lie over a Mai Tai. Right, you're nearly back. That's good. Leo, you've trained well. That's why I put you into the Champions League squad. All of our youngsters actually training well. Lincoln, not so much. So mental how morale affects whether they train well, isn't it? If you keep them happy, they train properly. If you upset them, they don't train at all, like Lincoln. But it doesn't really help their situation, does it? Like, you were rubbish as well. What are you doing? Please improve. Thank you very much. You get a new goalkeeper. Yeah, we did. We bought Breno, Pav, who, to be honest, Neto looked so bad. Well, this is why. I'll show you. Was it this game? Neto dropped to 6.2. Lincoln can play. He's basically a centre mid or an attacking midfielder. He dropped to 6.2, so we went and spent money and bought in Breno, who isn't outrageous, but he's actually probably better than Neto and is 10 years younger. So Breno is our new goalkeeper. He's the under-23s keeper for Brazil, so we thought, do you know what? He might be their best option. There's still none exist. We're in September now. He's all right. Exactly. That's exactly what we're saying. He's all right. He was the best option, it just seemed. So we're going to bring him in because Neto just looks like he's falling off a bit of a cliff now. His attributes are actually going down. He's 36. He's he's a stopgap. Absolutely. There was a question I was going to ask then. I can't remember what it was. Sign a midfield partner for him and call him Abraham Lincoln. See what you've done there. He's not under 23 anymore at 26. No, but he still plays for that team. Look. I agree. It doesn't make sense either, does it? But look. He's still in the under 23 squad. Well, he's actually not now. He was, though. In the last games, I think he played in them. He's 26. That's the first team. Anyway. Was because of it was the Olympics, was it? Yeah, he's a real player, Carlson. You have overage players, don't you? I think it's because of that. He's not finished. He's 26. Sign a midfield called Tom FM to partner Lincoln. Match made in heaven. Should we rename him Tom FM because he's called Lincoln? I think that might be something we have to do. Someone said something that made me think of something we need to talk about, and then I forgot. Oh, I was going to say that we're not far away from the Brazil intake for this year. So when someone said, are we actually going to play a match today? We should do. We'll play this one at least, but we are going to spend a lot of time today looking at all of the youth intake players from Brazil this stream, because it's the end of, I've got a note on this. It's the end of September, isn't it? Brazil intake. We've got a note. You can't see it. There's a note there, look, that we've set to remind us. Just give him a Cathedral. Give him Cathedral as a surname, yeah. Just call him Cathedral. It's like, why is he called Cathedral? Because his name's Lincoln. You know, it's a bit long-winded, but I like it. Netinho came on as a centre mid, even though I told him to play as a right winger. Ramon started as left wing back, played quite well. Did I want to sign you? Why are you telling me that? Didn't ask. What are we? 250 to 1 for the Champions League this year. We're in with a chance. We're in with a chance. Avoiding playing games so you don't have to give away merch for predictions. Clever. Yep. Also, avoiding games because we're playing Dortmund and PSG. Clever. Because I don't want to lose games. At the moment, we're 100% for the season. It's great. This is where I like being in a save. As soon as we play these games, it's a bit of a yikes. Did any of our players get onto there? No? Okay, good. So you're saying there's a chance. Got to win a trophy this season. Yeah, we do, don't we? We didn't win. Did we win one? We didn't win one last year. We've lost a couple of finals, haven't we? We lost the Pokal final last year. Got to the Champions League quarters. We haven't won a trophy for 2 seasons now. We lost 2 cup finals the year before that. We do kind of need to bring some silverware in, don't we? Wait, was that Dusan at Ajax? Has he gone back in game, has he? I don't know. Intake starts in September, but don't you need to scout them first? What do you mean scout them? As a club? No, we just do this, look. Dortmund in bad form. Yeah, they're not very good at the moment. I'm hoping we can kind of take advantage of that, but we will see. I don't think there's any yet, because we looked at this, didn't we? If we go to youth intake, there's been none yet, look. But in September, they start coming through here. Oh, yeah, Vlahovic was at Ajax as well. Ajax doing mad stuff. Mad stuff. 251 of the kind of odds I'd put a tenner on, yeah. And you'd lose a tenner. Yeah, so there's no one coming for the Brazil intake yet. But they will be by the end of September. We'll keep checking, but I think it's usually the end of September rather than now.
Follow me. Okay.
Has streaming made you a better FM player? I don't know. Probably, I suppose. Just like little habits, probably. So I'd imagine so. To judge whether to sign them. Oh, what? Once we get them in. Well, not really, because we've got attribute masking not on, Jan. So we can just kind of look at them straight away. We just go through them and judge them ourselves, sort of thing. And then I do assign some scouts to them as well to get a report on them to see their like consistency and all that stuff. But yes. Gil is looking quite good, actually. I've got him training as a false nine. Where do I train Gil, actually? I don't think we decided. Where should we get him training to develop? Do we want to use him more wide? I feel like he's a winger. Or a striker, but he's only got 8 finishing, and we don't play with an attacking midfielder. So should I get him training as a winger? We do play just an out-and-out winger on the right-hand side. He's a 10, but we don't use a 10. That's kind of the thing. 8 finishing, I wouldn't sign him in League 2, yeah. Which you no longer use. Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of games in the Championship, Katie. Like, as a winger, look, I know the crossing's low, but everything else is quite good. He's got the pace for it. If we did Shadow Strike, it'd be the one. Yeah. Jan, this save would be rubbish if we had attribute masking on. In fact, most streams are really boring if you have attribute masking on. Cardio's such a tune. It is, isn't it? It's really good. Got to beef him up. We do have to beef him up. 9 strength. How do we get him to do that? We can put an additional strength thing on. Do we need to? Strength. I feel like trying to improve his jumping reach is not really worth it, is it? We could do finishing because long shots of 14. They're pretty good. Technique's really good. Could get his finishing up to like 10. Do you think that's going to be a problem for him? With 8 finishing? Is that something we should do? Or a crossing never improves. So I feel like that's a waste. If you're winging it, no need for strength. No. And also I think as he gets older, he should get some more strength anyway. Crossing just never seems to go up though. Okay. So is it a waste to put it on crossing? Because is it actually going to improve anyway? Inside forward, what, on the left hand side? Could get him to be an inside forward on the left. Thing is, with this like outright pace though, I don't mind him just as the winger. Miles hates crosses. I think that's it, yeah. So I've come to the conclusion I am a draft jinx. I've watched 3 showdowns. First one watching SYC, finished bottom. Second, SYC, same result. Third, Ben, we all saw what happened there. Signed Maggio last night in the Spring Cup. He didn't have the best time, then went to Tony James and finally fell apart. You are the jinx then. So if we're ever back in a showdown, Emu, I need you to completely stay away, please, okay? Thank you very much. Morning, Trago. How you doing, buddy? Composure decision off the ball. Composure decisions off the ball. What's that on mentals? What do you select for that? I think we're going to get him to train as a winger. I like his just outright pace. You break the... Actually, yeah, go and watch Kev. That's a good thing. I meant no harm. I did not... Oh, Jan, I took no harm. You're all good. I'm just explaining why I think it's better for streaming. All good. I didn't take any offense. You're all good, my friend. All well indeed. Paula Pilsner, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Redemption Jack, thank you for the follow. Twingo, I think I said thank you before, but I'll say thank you again. Who's winning the FA Cup? Liverpool. Don't stay away. Go to one of the others. Yes, don't stay away. Go to somebody else instead. That's it. Trying to figure out a plan B for a date tonight. Oh, what was plan A and why can't plan A happen anymore? I'm intrigued now. I'm good, thank you, though. I'm all good. You reckon Liverpool or Chelsea, Jan? Yeah, I reckon you might be on something there. Right, off the ball anticipation decisions. Should we do attacking movement? What is his off the ball? 13. Anticipation is 12. Decisions are... yeah, they could do with improvement, actually. I like that. Let's do that. And we'll get him to train as a winger. That's what I'm going to get him to be doing. Move into channels. Should we get him training moving to channels? I was just thinking that. I just looked at his traits. I was like, should we get moving to channels on him? Bocau's got that now. Jen, you think you're going to win the quadruple now? Do you reckon, Ollie? Oh, imagine. I think the league is the one. Because I can see us winning all of the others. The league is the one where I'm like, I think City just still pip us. I won't survive Liverpool winning a treble. Nah, it's a quadruple, Rakia. Moving to channels for Gil. Let's give him that then. Any other player traits that we should get training now, actually, as well, whilst we're thinking about it? Move. You might not learn it. We'll try, though. United are going to win the league, unfortunately. I don't think they can. I feel like that's now an impossibility. Yeah. Surely mathematically impossible. I think so, yeah. Any of our other midfielders that are going to play centre mid then that we can get, like, arrives late or gets into opponent's area on? Like, are we going to be playing... Like, do we want that even on, like, Jobson here? Jobson's probably going... We've got him training as the AP instead, but do we want arrives late on him as well? Because I kind of feel like we might as well get it just in case we play him on the other side. Get into the opponent's area or arrive late. What do you reckon? Plan A was a simple walk on the coastal path with the sunset and a sit on a little beach at the midpoint, but path got closed down because it was unsafe. Ah, yeah, that's fair. Get some. I don't know. Yeah, good. Get somebody else. Jobson on a 0-hour contract. He kind of is. Yeah. Gets into opponent's area. Let's try on him. I feel like there's other ones that we should do for that as well. Here we did Leo, I think, is already learning it. Gets forward whenever possible. We can do another one. So we can do arrives late as well now. Gets into opponent area whenever possible or arrives late. It's kind of... Is that... Which one's better for a centre mid attack, do you reckon? What was your first date with Kat? Never said, or at least I can't remember. I don't know. Probably like the cinema. We definitely went to the cinema a lot. That's so boring, isn't it? Went to Yo Sushi, I remember. Yeah, there wasn't any grand gestures, I don't think. They don't like giving them those ones. You started your first ever save with Newcastle. This game is so complicated. It is, Heinz. Stick with it, is what I'll say. Stick with it. Swinging Tipper says, if the path is closed for everyone else, that means you'll have it for yourself. Oh, good stuff. The cinema. Very British response. It is, isn't it? Romantic guy. Great dating. Watching a film for 2 hours, not speaking. Yep. It's a good thing you're good looking, son. I know it is. When I think back on it, I was like, yeah. I think that was about it. Went to like, this is nice one. We went to Royal William Yard in Plymouth quite a lot of times. Just to like, eat food. But that's a really nice place. The cinema, then food at Wetherspoons or Nando's. Could have been worse. I guess so. Just trying to just come round. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you'd have to try harder these days. That was a different era. It was 10 years ago. It's a different era. Right, let's continue. I think we've done enough here. Yeah, you'll be fine, Heinz. Just kind of like stick with it, I think. Arrives late is better. Yeah, I wonder which one's better out of the two. They're kind of similar, but we'll see. Okay, Borussia Dortmund. Leone has just said it. Predictions are needed in the chat right now. And if you were not here earlier, there will be a league going on where Leone will be keeping score on anybody who gets it correct. And the person who gets it the most amount of times will win a t-shirt, which will be sent out to you. So get your predictions in the chat. Leone will do screenshots of them, make a note of them, and we'll go from there. If we don't end up playing enough matches today, chat, we will just put it over to the next stream as well so that we'll make sure there's enough matches. But we'll see kind of how we go on that one. We'll decide at the end. I'm sure it's fine. It's just a bit of fun. What am I saying to you? I don't really care. 2-1 Dortmund, 2-1 Hertha, 3-1 Dortmund. 5-0 Hertha, says Rakia. Either he's not taking this seriously, or he really does have belief. Dortmund don't have Haaland, no. Haaland moved to... is it Liverpool he went to in this save? I think it was. This is the Dortmund team, something like this. They do have Benjamin Sesko now, which I didn't realise. When did they sign Sesko? Was it this summer? Oh, flipping heck. They've spent 79 million. He was at Burnley. Jude's gone as well, but they did bring in Sesko. And Nkunku there, look. Their side's quite good, but they are struggling. They've got Bremer, who we sold them. They're 12th. They've played 3 and won 1 of them and lost twice already this year. They have Suarez, not that one, though. Arrives late is sneakier. Yeah, I agree. It is sneakier, isn't it? I have no faith in Dortmund. Every time I play them in any save, it's a massacre. I usually get beaten by them, I think. Right. Let's do this team. It's going to be... I think it'll go back to Anthony. Otherwise, it's pretty self-picking, our side at the moment, isn't it? In that it picks itself, is what I mean by that. Let's put Adriel on the bench instead of you. Then the bench is pretty set. The team is pretty set. Are we ready? They are a dynamic rival as well now, Dortmund. They're going to be up for this. So are we, though. Come on. Goals from our lads, please. Here we go. Here we go. There you go. I was going to say Leone is about to say close. Now, anybody who'd like to predict, you can't predict on this one, I'm afraid. I can beat Bayern 7-0 in the Champions League final, but I can't beat Hellas Verona once in 4 seasons. It's mental, isn't it, how those things happen. If you carry on this, you'll do well. I'm even going to pump fists at them today because it's a big game. Look at that. They're all motivated and ready to go. Come on, the lads. There's their team. They've gone with Sesko and Patrick Schick up front with Nkunku in behind, which looks quite dangerous. I like the way that they've set up. This is quite good, isn't it, in FM? The 3 and then the 1. So it's a bit scary. We are, though, underway, away from home, yet to have any shots on target, but we've had more shots than them. First highlight, here we go. What do you think we will be signing set-piece coaches in FM? I don't know. I wonder if they do just put that in. It's quite an easy thing to put into the game, I think, and I think it's a bit of a win to be able to say it's a new feature. So I do wonder if we get that next year. I knew that was going in. What a goal. I reckon it will be next FM. We're 1-0 down to Dortmund. You can just add it as a training option, yeah. What a finish. He gets it back from Konrad Laimer. Just curls it from here. Bruno's got no chance. 4-4 is on. It is kind of on, yeah. If you said that... What's the point in that? If you said we're going to keep a clean sheet, then you are very much mistaken. And it's now an impossibility. Oh, we're not playing great here now either. Here we go, though. Telles, free kick forward. That's a terrible... Alex Telles not been able to deliver a good free kick. What's happening? Is he going to foul him? No. My 7-0 is on. Did you say 7-0 Dortmund? Bloody hell. What's happening here? Telles is a fraud. He's got to be offside, right? He has to be offside. He's on. What is our defence doing? Why have we got such a high line? 5 to go. What? Who plays him on here? Oh my word. It's so late stepping up. Gabriel. What a start of the season. This is the 4th game, by the way. This isn't the first game. I swear that wasn't Sesko. That was Sesko. Gabriel just steps up so late. Can I see that again? He's in a world of his own, look. Manager change formation in masterclass. What do you mean? I didn't change the formation, did I? Is that what you're saying we should do? The picture of him. Oh, right. Is it not his picture? That's weird if it is. The AI did. Oh, did they? The AI did. Bloody hell. We've been done there. It was from our own... We started with our own free kick as well. Is our line too high for the 3 strikers that they're basically playing? Is he playing as a shadow striker and Nkunku as well? It's quite meta from them. Oh my word, it's 3-0. Why do we do this sometimes? With 43-1 and then change to this, yeah. FM22 centre-backs in a nutshell. We are absolutely being done here. The luck modifier, everybody. Joey is visionary. Yeah, he's actually gone for 7-0 and it might happen. Like, what do I even say to them? I can't even change anything now because it's a bit... It's the 37th minute. Good save, Breno. Stop the count. 3-0 is fine. Did you go for 3-0? This is a tough start. Yeah, we might not be playing many more matches today. So Joey might be winning the prediction league with his 1-7-0 prediction. I did look at their team and think they do look quite good. I don't know how... This is a team that's lost 2 of their first 3. That's Trevor Chalobah running through, by the way. Who's playing most poorly? No one really. Dodo's on a 6.3. Well, all of them is what I should say, rather than nobody specifically. I throw a bottle straight at Gabriel's head. It was Gabriel that looked like he didn't step up. He's actually one of our better centre-backs. Okay. Probably the worst half of football we've had in a very long time. Get your acts together and start playing football. Do we do something drastic? That's kind of the thing, isn't it? Do we go to this? Or do we go to...
Follow me.
I feel like we have to do this, don't we? Are they playing Bremer? They are, yeah. Take Breno off. Why? Breno's playing all right. Like, normal. I don't think Breno was at fault for any of them, was he? We could Spanner. Bring it back for 4-4. Yeah. I'm not sure it happens. 3v3 at the back. We could, I suppose, do that. Have we got the changes for it? We have kind of got the changes for it. Do we Spanner for this here? Is that the right Spanner? I feel like that's a different one. We could do the Spannerless. I don't think we're going to, though. We could, but I'm not going to. You're getting overrun with the back forward. We kind of are, aren't we? We could do like the wide Spanner, or we could do the cam Spanner. But I feel like we kind of want to get our players forward. Which one was like the right Spanner to use here? So many. Which one was it? Spanner V2? What's the newest one? No Spanner. Overload it. We could overload it. I don't think it really... Do you know what? The overload might be the one. What do we call the overload? This one, right? We could do this one. More tactics than Rhinus mature. Yeah. I mean, I love Gabriel. Had him as top scorer in the Prem and Ballon d'Or winner back before they fixed it. Yeah, I know. Counter them overloaded by overloading them. Like this, exactly. This is us overloading them. Who plays where in this, though? Anthony goes there. See, we can kind of do that, you know. That's an overload there straight away. And then you get maybe Paqueta off. I'm not sure about Angelo. Who comes off here? Paqueta or Bruno? Who's playing better? Paqueta is on a 6.6. Maybe Bruno off. Anthony be your shadow striker. That's what I'm trying to think, basically, of who... Because he can go there, look. And then we bring on a striker, which will be maybe like Gil. Because he's got the athleticism to do that. Or Rodrigo. Also both have.
Follow me. Okay.
Next game, sort that bench. Just want to do a quick pick against to see. They mess it up, don't they? Rodrigo or Gil? I like his pace and his agility to do this. He doesn't have finishing, though. Probably should be Rodrigo. And then Gil is a roll of the dice afterwards, isn't it? All right. We're going to go for this at halftime and just see what happens. I've told them to start playing football. This could end 8-0 now after doing this, couldn't it? But so I feel like we had to do something. So we've done quite drastic things there. Can we get back in the game? Yeah, that's true, actually, Ollie. You are correct. We could go to the 4-2-3-1. Angelo off, though, soon at a 6.2 probably needs to happen. Dodo's been rubbish, too. 15 minutes, no highlights. I suppose that is improvement, isn't it? Can we get a goal to get back into this now? Do a football indeed. Angelo back to Paqueta, who crosses. They're in again. Sesko for 4. Good block. Gabriel. He's won a goal kick there as well. So that one highlight we got there was not even for us. Angelo a 6.1. Is this 4? Heads it away. Go and get the ball. But at least Bayern are losing to Mainz. We've got them in a couple of games as well. We've got PSG after this as well. No. It's all coming. It's all falling apart. And Kunku's running through the middle. It's 4-0. Is it going to be another one of these seasons where we're just not good enough? Stop it. 3 to go. Literally just ran in a straight line through the middle. Like, what's going on? Now just get 4 back. It's not happening. Angelo a 6. Martinelli at a 6.1. I have to change all of our strikers. We've got Dodo at a 6. Like, what's happening for them? Like, how do you do this? How do you do this? Like, how do they play this bad in a team that's won their first 4 games of the season before this? At least we're getting their wages back. Yeah, this is true. At this stage, like, who do I even bring off now? Neto was the glue. Well, we change mentality. Why, Orkish? What, go change mentality to... God, you're going to wind me up now. You're going to wind me up. Changed mentality to what? Defensive now, so we can concede 3 more. Maybe I upset Neto. Maybe Neto spoke to the rest of the club here. Bring them all off. I'd love to. Dodo for Jolson, because Dodo is playing a 6. It's not going to work, is it? Because say Dodo's been extinct this. Yep. He has emu and it's sad. Corner. Headed away. Change to ultra attack. Move the centre mid to cam and then fall back to wingers. Yeah. Gil. Go on then. Get a goal back. There's one. Paqueta. Good finish. I'm not going to samba because last time we sambaed at like 5-2 down. People didn't like that. We've got a goal back. Maybe it was bringing Jolson on that was the reason. There's a good ball out wide. 3 to go. Imagine we draw 4-4. I don't think it happens, but that was actually a nice finish, wasn't it? Poor Joey. Joey is his prediction is gone, I'm afraid. Did anybody say 4-1 Bayern? Oh, it's Bayern? It's not Bayern. It'd be worse if it was Bayern. It's Dortmund. 3 centimetres on attack. Yeah, we could do that. I'm not going to do that now, though, James. Momentum shift. Yeah, Jolson is really good. Here we go. Look, another highlight starting. Win that header, Gil. He's only got like 4 jumping reach. I didn't have much hope for it, but nearly. 7-1 now, yeah. 7-1 Germany, Brazil. Yeah. Breno boots it forward. Rodrigo does win the flick. Gil. Jesus Christ. He's got 8 finishing. Someone said 4-2. Well, that should have been 4-2, really. That finish was outrageously bad, though. That's 5. Oh, he's at the bar. Good. Oh, and Bayern have turned it around and they're winning now. Bloody hell. Playing rugby, that lad. Yeah, it wasn't a good finish. There you go. He's won a header there. We've actually been a lot better since the changes. That's better. He's at the post. He's at the post. He's actually been good since he came on. Look at Gil's rating. 7.5. Not even League 2 level. No, he's at the post there. It was a little bit closer. We're getting closer with him. Stop noticing Bayern losing. They always turn it around. They do. I need to stop. Look, it's literally 3-1 now as you say that. It was a Zardes finish. It was. Oh, lordy lord. This is a momentum disrupting loss. We've got another what he's off. Is he on? He might be on, actually, because sometimes they're doing that. He's just gone and stood in the goal. Is he on? He's on. It's 4-2. Believe, everybody. Believe. Is this Jolson again? Jolson, Gil. Tell you what, is Gil really good? Except when it comes to finishing. But is he a good player? 2-1 up since half-time. And Gil has been the star man. 7.6. Who said 4-2? Was it you, Dim Donut? 2 goals in 6 minutes, please. I mean, there's a highlight starting. Believe, tap sign, exactly. It would be probably the most outrageous comeback in the world ever. It's not happening because Fabio Vieira is going to make it. Good save, Breno. It wasn't you. Okay. Harry said 4-2, did he? I like it. Don't want getting FM 4-0 to 4-4. I'd like that to happen. Martinelli, we're away. That was the end of it. Actually, the XG is quite close. They've outscored their XG. We've underscored our XG. We do keep splitting our defence, don't we? And letting them run through the middle, which I don't like that as a trait. As something. What are you doing? Has Gabriel lost his absolute head? What is Gabriel doing? No, you've outscored your XG as well. Oh, yeah, we did. Sorry, yeah, you're right. What is Gabriel doing? Watch this for a goal. It's 5-2, by the way. I mean, watch it. Gabriel has had an absolute stink. He's on a 6.6 as well, but watch him here. That is so bad. The keeper's not done great either. It's not even in the corner. A Brazilian defender's not good enough. Are we ever going to get to the level we need to with Brazilians in defence? Signed David Luiz. I think he's probably retired now. We've lost 5-2 there. And it could have been a lot worse. Don't speak like this. No. Gil deserves to start next game. Gil actually was genuinely very good. 2 assists from Gil since he came on. Rodrigo also came on and scored. Our starting players just played terribly, didn't they? Anyone who started was awful. Like 6.2. Midfield 2, these were okay compared to the others. But like Gabriel the Shocker at a 6.6. 6.2 from Felipe. 6.0 from Dodo. 6.1 from Angelo. Find them. I think we need to go and find all of them, yeah. Then left back Nugent is going to be the one. The Cesar Jolson in 2 years, you'll be sound. Hopefully. Vocal, I'm not just changing to strikerless. Like, I know that how overpowered that is, but I think that kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it, a little bit? Gabriel was out of reach, yeah. Out of reach, too far. Okay, now we play PSG. That'll be fine, won't it? At least it's at home. You're going to take the Brazil job if that comes available and only play your team. Absolutely, Dim Donut. And use it to change half nationality players into full Brazilian nationality players. That's the plan for sure. There's a World Cup, isn't there, this summer? So after that, I'm hoping that the Brazil manager loses his job so that we can take it. Bring all of our players in, add value to our own players. It's going to be great. Is this a Clate striker? Yes. Lord it is. Yeah, sign him. Mario Pugliese. If he was Brazilian, you found the one. Neymar's audition. Yes. We need to show Neymar what he could be joining. Oh, look. Go on, PSG. PSG might be signing Musiala, which would help us a lot. Not that we're really in a title race because we just lost 5-2, but you know what I mean. Yes, Bremer did get one over us. Wishing someone the sack Clates. Thought he'd have more class. You're right. I'm sorry. But at the same time, that'd be good, wouldn't it? He's going to score 6 and Samba on you. Yeah, probably going to happen, yeah. Can't wait to change my name back to Cheesy. I actually hate my name. What the dim donut? It's not great, is it? Hertha Brazil is like Wenger's Arsenal in his last 10 years. Lots of talent, lots of great football. Can't stop shipping goals in big games because of attacking philosophy. Yeah, there is a bit of that, I suppose. But in the Bundesliga, the thing with it is that, say we were a little bit more defensive and ground out wins, I think we'd still slip up to other teams like Mainz and teams like that, and Bayern would still outscore us and win the league. It's very tricky. Oh yeah, quick change. Hope he resigns. Yes, I hope he wins the World Cup and resigns because his job is done. That's what we really want, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. We've changed it. Neymar isn't good in this work rate heavy match engine. I still think he might be better than our players, to be honest. He's kind of an elite Brazilian, which is what we need. Okay. Okay, not sure what that tweet is. Very strange. Neymar isn't good in real life either. I don't think that's quite true. He's quite good, isn't he? How long does Neymar go? How long does Neymar go for? I've seen him. Well, we had him at Malvern a couple of years ago, didn't we? When he was like 37. Cologne after is such a banana skin. Yep. At least it's at home, which I feel like is saving us slightly here. These 2 games, I feel a bit better at because we're at home. We are a much better team at home. We've become very reliant, actually, on our home form. Neymar is Lingard, but with dives. That's simply not true, is it? You think Neymar would retire young in real life or in game? Because in game, I think he carries on for quite a while. But yeah, Jacob, it is a bit of a banana skin. I hope we can get through these. So did anyone get that correct, by the way? Did anyone get a point for 5-2? I doubt it. Nice, easy one to predict, a 5-2 loss there. Because, yeah, we'll definitely go and do these next 2 games. Then we'll have the intakes. We'll probably spend some time doing that as well. Nobody got it, did they? Okay. So if nobody gets any points, it'll just be a rollover until the next time. FM doesn't simulate he loves to go to his sister's birthday parties and take time off. It doesn't ever mention that, no. Rob Potatoes, thank you for the follow. I assume your name's Rob rather than... that's not a vocation of yours, is it? Robbing potatoes. How good are potatoes, by the way? Elite, is what I'll say. In a farmers league, Neymar's very good. I don't think you can argue Neymar's very good. Look at his Brazil record as well. You're being reactionary. Their versatility is unmatched. What are we talking about? Whose versatility? Just back-to-back Champions League games. Beat Salzburg 9-4. Lost to United 6-0. Yeah, that sounds about FM to me, JBC. Oh, potatoes. Yeah. No, they are. Their versatility is unmatched. What a vegetable. He'd easily get into every Prem side. Yeah. Ryan. Dan, you having that? Ryan just said he could smash 12 goals against Venezuela as well. 98 goals, 58 assists in 140 games for PSG. Neymar is good, but Paul Mullen is different bread. I love how it says bread as well. Right, predictions in for this game. We're playing PSG in the Champions League, which is just a slightly scary prospect, really, isn't it? But I'm sure it's going to be fine. There's our squad that we can actually pick. We've got some fitness issues at right back, but we've got Jolson who can cover that. Let's actually sort this slightly, shall we? Adriel in the midfield. Gil, Leo, Savio. Like that, I think. Oh, Anthony maybe. Like that. Rodrigo in for Anthony. Anthony wasn't very good and Rodrigo was much better. I don't like the fact that Angelo and Martinelli have to start and Gabriel has to start, but we don't really have a choice, do we? So we're going to go like this, I think, and hope that we can actually put that terrible performance behind us. Maybe I should have praised conduct and things, but we'll see. They've got Lewandowski, Neymar and Boadu up front. They've got a great team. This could be... Oh, Bastoni's my favourite centre-back as well. This could be a bit of a yikes. Gill should start with his performance. I've not started him, but you might be right. There's probably a case for that. Maybe we should have done. But Pump and Fist worked last time. Yeah, I've not done that this time. I'm not sure I like that as much anymore. I did quite quickly go into that game, by the way, but there's quite a strong rule that if it's after the closed, it's not going to count, I'm afraid. Sorry. Just because we have to draw a line. Otherwise, people could wait for a goal to go in and then say things, you know. Angelo. Paqueta from the midfield scoring. We lead against PSG. That is not expected based on how we performed in the last game, but it's a good start. Lucas Paqueta getting himself forward. Antonio getting himself forward. Angelo actually doing okay. Finding the cross, which was deflected. Nice finish with the header. 1-0. Morning, Clayton chat. How you doing, stat line? Welcome in, buddy. 7 more goals. What did you predict, Focal? Did you predict an 8-0 win? Or was there goals for PSG in that as well? Here we go. Antonio over to Martinelli. Oh, we actually got a decent shot away. It's a save by Donnarumma, that. Did anyone see Donnarumma's weird little thing where he came out and then booted against the hoarding and then realised that he had to keep the ball? It was so weird, but I loved it. It was really funny. And he did the right thing as well to take a booking as well, because he tried to boot it out of play, kicked it and it bounced back into play and they would have been out of position. So, yeah. Salmon-like leap there. He did get up well, didn't he, actually, for that header? You went 4-4, did you, Focal? Fair enough. We're leading with 37 minutes. He glitched. He did a bit, didn't he? We're leading with 38 minutes on the clock. Trying to get another attack on the go here, look. Antonio, which is mental. It's the same side, the same system that lost... That was 3-0 down to Dortmund by this point. And now we're beating PSG with it. Antonio getting forward, scoring. Come on! Antonio! It's 2-0. There's FM for you, right? Play at home. Look what happens. Play away from home. You get absolutely breezed past. And now we've got Antonio getting forward, scoring goals. Good from him. Fans are broken. Yeah. And I mean, 6.7 from Neymar. He looks knackered already, by the way, at half-time there. Let's say... Don't let your performance levels drop. Let's get ourselves into this second half. If we can get another goal, we can make some subs here as well, which is a nice position to be in. Do you always find it's a little bit easier to beat the big teams in the group stage? As soon as you get to the knockouts, beating PSG becomes impossible. But in the group stages, we've got wins against some really good teams. I think we beat Real Madrid last year, didn't we? Like, weird. Antonio getting forward again. From that midfield spot on CM attack. Doing bits, almost making it 3-0 there. We've got a corner as well, which we are quite good from. Marquinhos heads it away. I'd like to sign Marquinhos. Hopefully he realises that we are the superior team and wants to join us after this. That would be great. Right, 53 on the clock. Dodo is injured and tired, so Jolson's going to come on for him. Don't like changing the back four, but that is an injury, so we will. Neymar corner for them. Headed away. Rodrigo should get there first and does. He's got the pace to get away here. That's a good run, though. That's a good tackle on him. Rodrigo, play the pass, please, mate. He didn't. And PSG might have an attack here. They've got him behind us. Boadu's going to go alone and put it wide. Leave rubbish, keeper. Leave rubbish. He's got washing up gloves on. As our goalkeeper there, Breno. Has he always had those? 65. Should we give Gil a run out? Where should we give him a run out is the question. Rodrigo's playing quite well. Rodrigo can go left and Gil can go right as the winger. Let's do that. Angelo, by the way, terrible in that other game. 2 assists today on an 8.1. Much better from him. 18 to play. They've got another chance. Okay. It was an overhit corner, but they're going to recycle it. It's a lovely goal. We keep conceding those curlers from there. That was more of a drive, but uh-oh. It's definitely game on with 15 to play. This overhit corner, we've managed to concede from it as well. That's a shame. 5 more for PSG and I'm sorted. Yep. Did you go for 6-2? T-Rex arms in goal. I don't think he ever had a chance there. I think that's harsh. I don't think any keeper say they go in all the time, don't they? Keep it like this. Did you go for a 2-1 win, Abassi, did you? Little back flip, I need to call it there. Little back heel from Gil there. Did you see that? He might be the one, you know, Gil. He's in. Go on. He might be the one, Gil. Samba. He might be the one. Everybody Samba. Did you see his little back heel at the start of that move as well? I'd like to see if we can see it, actually. I don't know if it goes back as far as that, but let me see it. He's a star. A star in the making. Absolutely. Look at this. Look at him. Who does he think he is? Hello. And then he's the one who ends up scoring as well. Makes the run down here, look. Gets himself in behind. Paqueta's ball, by the way. No, it's Antonio's ball, by the way. Beauty. And then he does that near post thing. Gil needs a song. Brown-eyed Gil. Something like that, right? He does, doesn't he? Gil was your favourite character from Finding Nemo, was he? Gil's my favourite character from Hertha, Brazil. Antonio's going to get a well-earned rest, I think. And Leo is going to come on in the midfield. Brown-eyed Gil. That could work, couldn't it? We can make something happen with that. No one said 3-1 Hertha. Wow, you're all wrong. We've bounced back from our 5-2 defeat to beat PSG 3-1. So, is that the most... Stop talking about my Gil. That's good. Gil's daddy. Sorry, what? Will? First message in the chat there. He's just said Gil's daddy. I don't think people should be using the word daddy. How you doing, by the way? Welcome in. Gilly Jean. Gilly Jean is not my winger. He is, though, actually. It doesn't work, doesn't it? I ain't no holler back, Gil. Ooh. Doesn't really make sense, though, does it? Do you want to be my Gil? Are you gonna be my Gil? Daddy Gils? No, not Daddy Gils. What? Gils? I think you should have a whole plethora of songs. This Gil is on fire. That's also true. This Gil is on fire. He is, though, on fire, to be fair, at the moment. Who's that Gil? It's Gil. Oh, God, what have I changed to here? I've clicked on... I've missed... I just went to that scene because I missed FM and clicked on the other monitor. Who run the world? Gil. Who run the world? Gil. I reckon we could... With a name like Gil, he could literally have any song in the world. I reckon we make a whole album and then we press the button and it's just a random one of his songs plays. It's raining Gil. That doesn't even make sense. The only famous Gil I can think of is the poor old loser salesman from The Simpsons. Yeah. The wind beneath my wing. Gil's just wanna have fun. Oh, Gil just wanna have. It's all he really want. He does want to have fun, and he's having fun at the moment. He's scoring goals. Angelo's making goals. Hopefully, maybe with a little bit of a rest, we might be in a good place for this Cologne game again now. I'm going to give him 2 days off, I think. Go on, Gil. Go on, Gil. Yeah, I think he might need a song. We need songs for all of our players. I think that's the next thing. By the way, top goal scorer, Marcus Antonio from centre mid attack. We gave him, arrives late in opponent's area, and look at him go. Look at him thrive now. You can go your own, Gil. Doesn't really make sense, though. What does that mean? What are you saying? You can go your own, Gil. Kind of needs to make a little bit of sense, I think. Although maybe the less sense is better. Because people go, what are you on about? I like that. It's provocative. It gets the people going. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you are correct in that. Okay, we've got our Brazilian intake coming up very soon. Right. Are you ready? Are you ready for Gil? Yes, I am. Oh, yeah. Should we start Gil in this game? Is that a risk? He's trained well as well, though, bless him. Not amazingly, but still, I'm going to say well done to him. Oh, praise last game. Do you know what? I'm going to praise him for last game. I'll also praise him for his... I'm just going to go and say loads of nice things. Did I praise his training beforehand? I think I did already. Is it a risk? Yeah, that's my question. I don't think it is, really. He seems to be our best player. He's also really good, isn't he? Praise your training too. Who didn't train well? Nobody. That's good. You're calling him the next Pele. Has he actually got a next thing? Was it him who was the next Jairzinho? He's touted as the next Pepe. That can't be Nicolas Pepe. And he's definitely not the next... Who is... What do you mean the next Pepe? You've spelt Pele wrong. You've spelt Pele wrong. It can't be Nicolas Pepe. Surely not. Who's that? Is there a Brazilian legend called Pepe? That I don't know about? Pele, also correct, yeah. His name is also Gilmerson, which I love the fact we just call him Gil, but he's called Gilmerson. There's not, can't be Porto Pepe. No. There must be a Brazilian legend called Pepe. Brazilian Pepe. Pepe, born 1935.
Follow me.
He's considered one of the greatest players in the history of Santos. He won one of the greatest left wingers of all time, 2-time world champion. He won the World Cup in 58 and 62. And he won the World Club Cup in 62 and 63 with Santos. So his nickname was Canhão de Villa Cannon, because of his potent kick with his left foot. Is Gil left-footed? I think he's right-footed, isn't he? But it must be this guy instead, right? Pele's mate. Was he Pele's mate, was he? 1935, nearly as old as you. That is a violation. Yeah, thank you. So it's him, I assume. Is he left-footed, Gil? I think he's right. He is right-footed. I like the look of him, though. He's actually scored in his league game as well. And now he's scored in the Champions League. I think we give him a start in this next game. Probably. Rodrigo hasn't done him, probably just there. I think we just start him there. See how he does from the start. Yeah, Eskin, that's what I was just looking at as well. I quite like looking at those. We had, I'm sure there was other ones. We go through our team for our youngsters. So he's touted as that. Is Angelo touted as anything? No. Jolson, are you touted as anything? No. Adriel? No. We had one who we were looking to sign who's the next Jairzinho, which I think was cool. Denilson. Is that the Arsenal Denilson or a different one? Wait for a Gil like you. My girl, talking about my girl, my girl, my girl. Wouldn't trust his goal record if he was with Pele. Yeah, this is true. Marius, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. The Batiste Denilson. Yeah. Fair enough. Any other ones we need to check? I suppose Paulo Cesar. Are you touted as anything? No. Are a wonder kid, though. Jolson, the Brazilian O'Shea, yeah. Back then, record transfer, was he? The Denilson one. Bocao, I don't think is touted. Oh, he is. It's Bocao that's now touted. I don't think that was the case before. I think that's changed. But Bocao's touted as the next Jairzinho, which is very cool. I'm good, Marius, my friend. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Zico. Jobson's the next Zico. Peter Gabrielle Salisbury Hill. It can be your Gill song. It could. Probably not. She's nothing like a Gill you've ever seen before. I like looking at these. They're fun. Eric, are you touted as anyone? No. No, you're not. A tidy? Dubbed the new Cafu. A tidy's dubbed as the new Cafu. We had 29 managerial jobs, did he, Pepe? Love that. We're learning, chat. We're learning. Eric's his own man. He is. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, by the way, Callum and Will, for the follows. Welcome in, dudes. I hope you're good. He's quite good, actually, but I'm not sure the next Cafu. You got the next David Platt on your team. Nice. That's fun. All right, this game and then Brazil intake will be starting. I just am going to check, actually, that no teams have had their intake already. What am I doing here? World. What's going on here? I need to go South America, Brazil. That's what I need to do. Go transfers. Youth intakes. No, none yet. Okay. The Gill songs could have their own pun bracket. It could. They actually could. I wish that I scored goals like Gill. Jesse's goal. Yeah, there's so many. Honestly, he could have his own album. I think, right, they've recovered and they're less tired now. The team did well in that last game. I think we stick with them, but we also give Gill a start as our change. Other thing to consider, though, is do we get any of these other players on the bench now from here? Jolson covers all the defensive positions, so I like that. Sandro, Adriel, Leo, Anthony, Savio, Rodrigo. I don't think we need to do any changes here, really. Only thing is whether Cesar deserves to be on the bench or Morato. I don't know if they do. I think this is kind of fine. You got a player enabled as the next Smolarek. Nice and easy. You also have the new Alexander Butner. Nice. Is that the Butner that played for United? Is that the same one? Oh, we've got 2 more subs. Perfect. Okay, I did wonder why I feel like there's a lot of players being left out here. Guess Jobson and Bocao should be on the bench as options to actually play. You've got the next Phil Jones. You win. Nada, you win. I presume so. Is he left back there? I guess it is. Weird that was, wasn't it? There's a new Caledonian Tony Adams on my save. Great work. All right, this is the team. Predictions. You need to get your predictions in right now before I press proceed. Go. I'm going to give you some time to do it. We are playing Cologne. They are 5th, I think, or they were around 5th. We are at home. Where's the next Roberto Carlos? Where's the next Taffarel? Where's the next Dida? That's what we actually need, isn't it? We really need those, and they don't exist, apparently. Where's the next Allison? That'll be fine. Loads of predictions. GG's, everyone, getting involved in the prediction league today. I appreciate it. If you enjoy this, we can definitely bring it back more regularly. We hand out prizes. There's a Discord channel that you could be able to check on the scores, because usually when we do a prediction league, it's over multiple streams. Usually over the course of a month. We can do it again. And then you can check on your score and everything after each time and see who's winning, etc. Taffarel is the goalkeeper, Liverpool goalkeeper coach. Is it? Where's the next Pitaluga? Yeah, exactly. Where is he? Right. I'm going to press go in 3, 2, 1, and 0. Anything after Leone says closed, I'm afraid won't count. As you can see. I didn't realise till doing that test today. Oh, is he actually? He's not in real life, is he? I don't think he is. I guess there's the Allison link, so I suppose that'd be why, but that's interesting. There is our team. We are underway. I'm going to encourage them nice and early. I'm already in the right position over here. Let's go and get a win. Come on, Gil. Are you going to be my Gil? Gil. Do something. We'll have a highlight, won't we? Okay, Hector has got a highlight for them. It's a free kick. Breno, don't do anything silly. Let it go over. That's fine. Oh, interesting, Pav. Yeah, weird. Is he one of the 3 goalkeeper coaches Liverpool have? I didn't realise that. I had no idea. That's very cool. Uptown Gil. Angelo. Good save from Timo Horn, that, by the way. He actually got quite a lot of power on that, Angelo. I thought he'd gone wide enough that he was going to score as well. Yeah, that'll be why then, Ollie. We've got a corner, which I don't think we score from because it's just after that highlight. Offside, Gil. I hope not. We need him to stay onside. Will he be as good starting, though? Uptown Gil is good for a chant, it is, isn't it? But is he... What does that mean? Is he an Uptown Gil? That's a lovely pass, by the way. That pass across there. Gil's in behind. Go on, Gil. Go on, Gil. He scored. He's the next Pele. It's not the next Pepe. He's the next Pele. He's so good. A star is born. Gil's in behind. Onside, Gil. The next Pele. Look at the finish. It's so good as well. It's clinical. Gilf. No. Come on. West End Gil. I told you that boy was special. You did. Oh, he's off as well. They're down to 10. Look at him. They can't cope on that left-hand side of theirs. He's the next Gil. Dom, thank you for the follow, buddy. Welcome in. Right, we're looking good now. They're down to 10. We've got our goal. Let's go and make sure we win this game by getting a couple more, please. 8 finishing wouldn't sign. Yeah, if his finishing can go up a bit, if his strength improves, he is going to be world class. He might already be. Angelo. Oh, keeper's done terribly. Angelo's back in the goals. Come on, 2-0. He had posters of Gills all over his... You've said Jill there. Gil Holt. You have said Jill there, which is a bit weird there. I don't think he had Jill posters, whoever Jill is. But yes, 2-0. As we approach half-time, there might be more before half-time here. We've got another highlight. Was it an autocorrect? Fair enough. I got you. Bayern are winning, by the way. I saw that they were 2-0 up. So, oh my word, it's horrible. Martinelli, we're going to get his song.
Gabby.
You're my boy.
You're my boy. You're my Gabby boy. Ah!
Cologne are playing like we play against Dortmund here. Look at this from George Cuenca. Back to Horn. Horn just passes it to Martinelli, who scores. Gil is the next Grant Holt. Yeah, okay. I'm naming my first 3 children Gil. I might call my kid Gil, actually. Do you reckon we can get a son in this save? Imagine we had a Brazilian son. How good that would be. I probably should have made my manager half Brazilian or something, to be honest, for this save, but I didn't. And we can speak no Portuguese, which is mental. So it's a bit weird. That's another reason we need to get the Brazil job so we can learn Portuguese. Gil Clayton, yeah. Oh, okay, I thought it was in. I want more goals. Yeah, he's crying over it. I want more goals from Gil. Here's Dodo. Marcus Antonio. The football's nice from us. I know they're down to 10, so it's slightly... That's a beauty. That is a beauty. I think we need to keep Sambering. Yeah, this is true, right? It's not happening, is it? Time to romance up them mamacitas. Exactly modern aged. You have my prediction. Did anyone go for 4-0 at half time? If your son is English, will you still keep him? That's a good question, yeah. No, I think we sell him. Gotta love, just brought Gil for the sake of it and he's unreal. Yeah, it kind of was an afterthought, wasn't he? And he's unreal. Like, how much of this is the fact that we have him in our team now that we're actually really good? Probably not, because I think Cologne have been a bit suicidal in terms of their defending, but it's a nice sign for sure. We can now use this half an hour to get some other players on. Children, please. Exactly. Let's get our children on. Bocau, which ones? Let's prioritise. Adriel, I feel like he's going to not get game time unless we force him game time a bit, so he's going to come on. Gil greater than R9. I think so as well. Send the son to Brazil for 3 years is a rite of passage. I think we have to. Jolson for Dodo. Give Jolson a run out. I kind of want to get Jobson on. I kind of want to do Jobson and Leo or Bocau or even Savio because he's otherwise not going to get much game time. But Jolson is also one for the future, so maybe Jolson. Leo's important, so do him. That's true, actually. Yeah, he needs game time. Let's do him. Leo was the CM attack, I believe, wasn't he? Rest Gil. Gil's all right. I think we leave him on. I want to keep playing him, to be honest. I feel like we found a new hero of this save. Up the Gil. Christ. Haaland is going to Man City. Yeah, that's what people seem to think. Is there something new come out about that, Will? Or is that just what people say? Do we give Jobson a go here? I really regret saying that now. Let's give Jobson a go as well. Quite a few 4-1s was there. So I've made 3 subs now. So the 4-1 could potentially be a thing. Buying a 3-0 up. What does the win that header, please, Gabriel? Good. Can we go back 20 seconds ago and you didn't say that? Yeah, we should really. Leo, just go alone. Straight at Timo Horn. Not sure Up the Gill will get an emote. It won't. It absolutely won't. Bruno's had a car crash. Doesn't have to play next to McFred for the rest of the season. Yeah. Anything. He's all right, though, isn't he? So it's all good. Dodo. Balls. Oh.
Okay.
Thought Angelo was away for a 5th. I'd like a 5th, I think. Good tackle, Adriel. Oh, really? Well. Thanks for the follow, Paulie boy. I'll come in, buddy. Come on, Gil. Martinelli. Down the left-hand side. He's going to cross it from here. He's going to give it Tellez. Oh, I thought we were going to get an extra one for the compilation video, but it was a good save from Timo Horn. He's had a very strange game, actually, Timo Horn, hasn't he? Okay. Just got an email from work. That's sad, isn't it? Don't like that. Got to go back there tomorrow, which is a shame, isn't it? I've done all my subs, so I don't know what I'm doing. I just felt like a long time had gone past in the second half and I hadn't done any subs, so I was trying to do one. Gil can be the hero at the end of the night. Another song. Gil just wants to score goals. That's all he really wants. That's all he really wants. I feel like I need to tweet out saying Gil just wants to have fun. I feel like Gil does just want to have fun. I feel like that might be the best song for him. Leo! Oh, it should have been! How did we not score there? How? Folk out. It's not something I talk about. They might do, but also it's like one of those things that it's just like, probably not. And if they do, yeah, you know. Lacazette wants to join a Champions League club. Right. Who is he thinking of? Like, Sheriff? Something like that, right? Shows recent form and say it. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the tweet. I think it's true. Can we? How's the best way to show his recent form here? That is the tweet, though, isn't it? Gil just wants to have fun. Lacquer to West Ham, yeah. Material Gil, that works too. There we go then. We're 3 points off the top. Did Dortmund drop points again? So Dortmund have won one of their... Well, they've played 5 games and won 2 of them. They just happened to beat us 5-2 in the middle of that run there. What is happening? In your next fantasy save, can you have a 200k stadium? I want to see how it works. What it looks like in the match engine. Yeah, we can see. We should do a video where we do that. Just trying, like, a video of, not necessarily, because that's not a whole video. We should do, just show the schedule. Yeah, the schedule works. He's only got 2 in there, though, hasn't he? Well, no, he's got 3 in 5. But does that really show off that Gil wants to have fun? Does that show it enough? We have a point. Carlson's taken a point. Well done. GG's. What happened in the 5-2 loss? Nicky, I'm not really sure. We just got decimated and bounced back to beat PSG in the next game. Now we've just won 4-0. Like, what's going on? Was it just the fact we're away from home? Who needs finishing? Yeah, he's got 8 finishing and he's got now what? 3 in... What's going on here? Ballon d'Or will be on there soon, but no. Best custom stadiums, then a load of random stadiums. We could do a video where we try and do mental things like... We could call the video like, what happens if... And then try little things like... Go to the editor and make a 200,000 seater stadium. What does it look like? What happens if you... And then come up with loads of different ideas like that. It's almost like a myth-busting type thing, but just doing like little experiments like that. I don't know how you'd brand it, and you need to come up with a good title for it, but yeah, something like that. You wanted to put hashtag with a massive stadium, yeah. Gil just wants to have... I don't feel like that shows off how good he's been. Can I put career stats here? I don't think this shows how good he's quite been yet, does it? Yeah, what happens if they have no attendance? What happens if you throw your players in a pool of custard? Can you walk on custard? That type of thing, right? Mythbusters, left-footed corner takers, please. Yeah. Like things... It's difficult to turn that into a video that has a clear rationale of what the video is. Just a close-up of Gil's face. Yeah, we could do that. Oh, we're getting 2.5 million. Another 2.5 from Cabral. That's great news. Netinho has played and got an assist. Ramon also played quite well. Tellez was our best player, apparently. An 8.2 with 0 assists and 0 goals. Your passing was a joy to behold. Clay's plays on clay. Yeah, I mean, that's a thing as well. What happens if you have a clay surface? I think you need John Tickle to help out with the experiments. Yeah, we do. There's a chance of a video with loads of... There's definitely a chance of a video with loads of myth busting. Yeah. Myth busting's really popular as well in terms of like videos. They're good videos. So I've thought about that for a while. I'm trying to think of enough that you can do in one video. What happens if a player has one acceleration, one pace? Just watching what he's like in... We could definitely do something like that, couldn't we? Onside Gil's been living in Hertha, Brazil, but he's never had a back heel pass, but his manager never told him why. Is that a song you've done there, Colson? Are the different pitch surfaces still in the game? I don't know, but they used to be, didn't they? Like, that's the type of thing that you could go and find out as the part of the video. Do 5 per video, leave them 1 or more. Yeah, we could do that. If people, in the Discord, there is a channel called YouTube Ideas, which I read everybody's ideas in there. If you have good myth busting ideas, what myths can we go and bust for FM? It's Uptown Girl, was it? Okay, good. Put them in that channel there in the Discord and we'll see what we can do. For Gil. Uptown Gil. Right, we need to stop slightly. I need to just check. Any minute now, we're going to get our... Not any minute now, but any day now in the save. We're going to get our... What am I doing here? We're going to get our Brazilian youth intake players. We need to keep an eye on them.
Ollie 322 resubscribed X16. Subhype. Another thing, if you make your stadium really high up, you basically kill the opposition by 60 minutes, but your team is fine as they're pretty used to it.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good one. Like with the altitude, you mean? That's does altitude affect? I was going to do a video which I sort of did all the prep for.
Okay.
Weather, how much the weather affects your team in game, and it does genuinely make a difference. Like players get more tired. I think it was in one of the like promo video things and promo tweets that they did before this game, that the ball would be held up more on like wet pitches and things like that, and goalkeepers struggle more with in the rain, that actually the weather of the games actually has an impact. I was struggling to see how you could like measure it because I couldn't put in with the editor, I couldn't change the weather and only the weather. But yeah, we could definitely do that. Is that why Bolivia play their games or whoever it is at mega high altitude? Probably, yeah. Is it Ecuador? Yeah. What about away games? Do you have a bad away record or doesn't matter? I think away games is definitely harder to win, but you could myth bust it, couldn't you? In that, is it just that? You could you could set up an experiment with that, couldn't you? Where you had the exact same teams, play them all at home, then changed it to be away, and you just sit and then you could measure the results of them. That could be definitely a myth busting thing. We could try the altitude thing. Can someone write these down in the channel so we've got them? We could do the altitude thing. We could do the weather thing. We could do the massive stadium thing. I'm not sure it's a myth busting, but it's quite a cool thing to look at. It must always be raining when Neto plays. Yeah. Bolivia's capital is the highest capital in the world in terms of altitude. There you go. Surfaces. Loads of like stadium things about this. We could definitely do it. I don't know how would you quantify it? Would you just do a load of different games? Okay. So you compare them, right? You do like the same match at a normal altitude, and then you'd play it 20 times there, and then you'd do it 20 times above sea level, and you just compare the results, I suppose, to see if the team that's used to it does better or something. All transfers. They haven't had their intake yet. We need to keep an eye. They should be having their intake soon. Oh, there is also a Google form. If you want to submit ideas on it too, there is a Google form that Leonie's just put into the chat too. People go to altitude training for marathons and things. Yeah. They do. Right, we've got Mainz away as well, which I'm a bit worried about because they played 5 at the back and they're quite good and we're away. A season where it only rains when one team plays. Yeah. Or something. Because actually, if you changed where it was in the world, would you get more likely... Could this work? If we did the same... I'm trying to set it up so that you've got like the same parameters, right? Same two teams, same tactics, everything's the same. And then can you be able to change the location of that game so that it's in a place in the world where it only rains? Could you even set up... I don't know if you can do this in the editor. I was finding that I was struggling with it. Could you find a place where it rains more often? Could I call it extreme gaming training if I take a laptop to La Paz and play FM in high altitude? Yes, you can, yeah. Altitude's a real killer. I saw someone do it in a stadium at a stupid altitude. Away teams got more injuries and dropped condition really quickly. Yeah, Ollie, that'd be definitely something we could put in this video. That sounds really interesting, actually. I like it. Make it a cold, wet night in Stoke every day for a season. See who does well, yeah. Watch me, Gil. No, watch me, Neto. Yeah, you're still going, Carlson. Good. Must live in high altitude area because I'm very unfit and that must be the only explanation. Yeah, that's probably it. Could try and move the Prem to high altitudes and see how it differs and just play it, put in different scenarios. You could, yeah. You could do the big, small in that myth one too. We could actually, yeah. Mitro, we're talking about like a myth busting video. We're coming up with different myths and different scenarios that you can put into game just to see what happens with them. For example, playing like moving matches to really high altitude and seeing how it affects the team. Doing it in different weather conditions, different surfaces. We've been told by Rob Mole, who is our personal assistant, Adrian Mole's lad, to check Brazil youth intakes. Apparently, they're happening now. I still think I think I did it a couple of days beforehand, didn't I? I don't think they would have done them yet. But the note is there that we've used. Oh, youth intakes. Okay, we've got some. We have actually got some. Football happening. Getting sacked in the mountains. Oh, yeah, that's good, actually. Campania season. When you're on a winning streak and you reload the game another day, you always lose the next game and kill your streak. Fact. Yeah, is the... how could you even quantify that? But that would be a good myth to go and like try and bust, isn't it? The luck modifier, as people say. Right, are you ready? I'm already looking at this hoping that Jardison Gebbing is a good player. Yeah, we'll go a bit longer because I started a bit later, Ollie. So we'll go at least until we do the 3 hours. We might do longer, we might do shorter. We will see. Are we ready for this? Gremio and Santos have had their youth intakes, and they are two both pretty big ones. Let me get them all scouted. Let's just do it for a week to start with. Is the luck modifier real? Yeah. I can tell Fred is going to be a centre mid. Yeah, right. Let's go and find out. Let's start at the top and make our way down. João Ricardo is the first player. He's a young goalkeeper who is not very good at being a goalkeeper. That's a shame. Next one. Again, you're going to have to see if anyone jumps out here, really. He's terrible. Fabao. Terrible. This doesn't bode well. These are all really rubbish. A little bit better. Cesar Eduardo. Unambitious personality. These aren't very good. A 200 CA goalkeeper is equally as incompetent as a 100 CA one. That's not true. Rakia. I know what you're saying, but it's not true. He's brave, though, yeah. Mateus, not great. Fred. He is a centre mid. Attacking centre mid. These aren't very good. Gremio. He's good. Raphael Allen looks like he could be okay. He's actually signable now as well because he hasn't signed his deal yet. But some really good mentals on him. A bit rubbish everywhere else, though. Gordon Banks, Angus Gunn says different. This is kind of true. I kind of, yeah. I know why you'd say that. 5 finishing. Well, yeah, you wouldn't sign him in League 2. Is he worth a punt? A bit of a punt? He's got shoots from distance because we can get him on the... Before he signs his contract, we can kind of poach him. No. I'll agree it's not true when Alisson stops getting beaten at the near post from 30 yards out. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's definitely an argument for it, but you've seen with like Neto, I still feel like there is a thing. Jardison Gebbing's got great hair as well, but he also doesn't look amazing. Get rid of shoot on sight if you do. Yeah, absolutely. I hate that trait. I do hate that. Jefferson Louise, 6'6" centre back. I mean, if he had any ability, it'd be good. But I like the fact he's 6'6". You might as well if he's on... Yeah, to be fair, let's actually have a look. Who was it? It was Raphael Allen. Let's just see what he'd want if he joined us. Okay, he doesn't want to talk to us anyway. Okay. because they've just joined, they don't want to talk anyway. So that Gremio intake was shockingly bad. You're probably looking at Gremio thinking it's going to be where you're going to get some of your good players from as well. I missed 2 after the one it says he looks all right. Did I miss some, Woody? Or was it this guy? Rudine looks okay again, but okay is about it. After Rafael Adelson, yeah, I think I did miss them actually. He looks okay. Again, only okay. Only okay, really. Bahia being the last. Yeah, oh, he's actually interested. Is he worth... I don't know if he's any good, is he? If he came through ours, I'd be like, eh. He's got a good first touch, aggression. He's slow as anything, though. Like, he's not getting more than like 10 pace in the future, is he? So he's probably not worth it. Young striker with 7 finishing. He's actually interested, though. Alzamiro. What is with regens this having horrific physicals? Yeah. Oh, hello. I found one that looks like quite good at football. Again, physicals really low. Is that... Have they just tried to make it more realistic, Nikki? Because players were coming through with like... being like beefcakes at 15. Maybe this is where actually do they improve more this year, maybe? Off the top of my head, I can't think of a recent top player to come out of Gremio. Maybe then. This guy looks like he's quite good, though. I'm not quite sure where he's going to play. I need to head out. Carry over predictions to next weekend? Yeah, let's do that. Let's carry over to next weekend with the prediction league. Otherwise, Carlson wins with 1 point, which I'm sure Carlson will even agree that we'll probably carry it over. We'll see, though. But yeah, all good. And thanks for hanging out, Leonie. I'll catch you soon. I don't know much about FM stats, but he looks all right to me. Yeah. Low crossing. It's just the physicals. But is he interested in joining? No. Yeah, we lost 5-2, Joey. Gil scored, though. So, worth it. I'm the piano man. Some of these are in year 11. Still, they won't be beefy yet, no. Okay, so from Gremio, the only one that I think looks semi-decent is Emmanuel. No, it wasn't him, was it? Who was it? It was Alzamiro. Is he touted as anybody yet? Label the next Jorginho. So we will follow his progress, but then we'll go pay for a transfer, then we'll let to talk after that. Yeah, they are, Frogman, yeah. Because do they have release clauses yet? When they sign their first contract, that's when they get their foreign club release clauses as well. Maybe, but feel like pace wouldn't be significantly different. No, you are right, Nikki. You are right. I still think they're lower than they should be. Let's go through Santos then. These should have a good one. There's a goalkeeper there. Leonardo Januario. Was he born in January? Nope, born in June. Not that good. 7 reflexes. Which Jorginho, though? Yeah, good question. Woody, thank you for the follow, buddy. Also, Dylan, I think. And Tonka, thank you for the follows. And Ollie, before that, thank you very much for the 16 months. I feel like I didn't say it enough, but thank you. I appreciate you. Leonardo Juniario. That should be his name. Yeah, Walcott was rapid, wasn't he, at 16? So, yeah. Hyago. Again, okay. I suppose we wait on the scout reports on some of these to work out if they're good. Richard Kamey.
Follow me. Okay.
Is actually a natural long gaunch. Looks quite good. Does he have a release clause now? They didn't give him one. 6 vision, though, yeah. Nice one, Woody. That's cool, buddy. Yeah, maybe Emu, yeah. Bruno. We don't talk about him because he's rubbish. Julio Cesar. Hello. Now, hello. He has got 18 flair, 16 first touch, 18 teamwork. What's his passing? 12. Vision's okay. He could be good. Again, look at the physicals, though. 8 pace. I think he's one that we have to try and sign, but no physicals on him at all. DeAndre Yedlin was rapid at 16. Now he's 30, and it's still the only thing he can do. Yeah. Does he have a release clause? No. He looks like he's going to be good, though, doesn't he? He's also 9 stone, yeah. Do you want to sell him to me? Imagine being 5'7" and being as quick as Andy Carroll. It's weird, isn't it? Make him into a fullback. Yeah, he could become a fullback, actually. Does he have make Cesar a goalkeeper? He's only 5'7". Probably not going to do that. Do we try and sign him now? Like, if you think he's going to be like Jobson, where he's going to cost 15 mil unless we sign him now, right? Do we try and do something like this, where it's 1.8 mil? Joey. I'm going to put the bid in and just see what his scout report comes back like, really. In case he's like injury prone or something. 20 aggression. Very aggressive is him. Camilo. No. Juan. No. Rubio. Probably not. Adalton. He looks okay. Defensive midfielder. 15 tackling. Good work rate and aggression. Again, some lacking areas though. The new Gaspy goal, yeah, it was very, very aggressive. This guy's quite aggressive as well. He got release clause? No. Oscar Mendez, probably not. They've all been scouted, so we will see if anyone that I've missed comes out. Those are them then. So I think the best options were Julio Cesar and the Alzamiro. I think. Let's go to the next day. He's not interested. Just need a Sunday Williams. We really just need the goalkeeper. Still no goalkeeper. I only had 2 of our Brazilian teams, though. We've still got a little bit more hope to get them. Myth. Crossing doesn't actually matter. My top assister plays right mid and doesn't take set pieces. Most of assists are crosses. He has 8 crossing. Passing and vision are only 12 as well. Yeah. It's a thing. It's a similar sort of myth busting as the finishing doesn't matter thing, isn't it? Where people have done plenty of content around that because... yeah. The Flamengo should have a good one. Bahia should have a really good one as well. Oh my words, he's got a sports hernia. Let's have a look at some of these things. He's been transfer listed. He's a goalkeeper for free. No. Riquelme's been transfer listed. I'd like him, but we've just signed... To be fair, is Riquelme the long-term Tellez replacement? We can't afford him now. I don't know why he's just been transfer listed after the window's closed, but yeah. Yeah, you are right, Dim Donut, yeah. We've had bids for them, which is fine. Scouting, Allison, thank you. No interest, no. None of these have any interest. There's no real point in looking. We've got bids for Hugo, which I'm going to accept, I think. Is he out of contract now? Yeah, I think he's out of contract now. We'll just accept them. I'm not really sure, to be honest, right? I don't know enough about hernias. I find them a bit weird. Right, there might be some other clubs had their intake now. Let's find out. We are going to spend probably quite a lot of time looking at these intake players, I'm afraid. Some of you will love that. Some of you will be like, hurry up. But it's what we're going to do. We've had the Bahia one. We've had the Hertha Bahia one, which is where we got Jobson from, where we got Gill from. This one could be where we get the best players from. They've got... Let's have a look at the names to start with. Antonio Adriano is the most Brazilian name I've ever heard. Judson. Joe Anderson. João Paulo. Please just have a good goalkeeper. Hurry up, yeah. Let's go to... We've got Sao Paulo to start with Rai, who is a goalie who is 5'9". Good start. Alefe is a centre-back who looks... I need to... Let me scout these as well, actually. Let's get them scouted. Judson, no relation to Jobson, no. Sydney. Rubio. See, some of these are okay. Like, he's got all right... He's okay, is the answer, I think, is all you'd say, really. Lima looks quite good. 6'6" centre-back. I like that. We need a Leffe for the name. Former corrupt Liverpool mayor Joe Anderson. Exactly. That's him. James, that's so funny, actually, now you think about it. It's a shame about the rest of him, but he's 6'6", which I like. Railson sounds good, but he's going to be disappointing, yeah. Bernardino. Great mentals on Bernardino. No physicals again. Bernardino, not even Bernardino. Luis Carlos. Oh, hello. The physicals on Luis Carlos look quite good. Natural fitness is good. 8 finishing, though. Again, he's okay. Not jumping out necessarily. Where did I get to? Alan David. Straight up, Alan David. Celso Batista. Good name, not good player. Right, Bahia. This might be the one Bahia goalkeeper. He's 6'5". He's not going to be the one, is he? Great technique, though, which means the finishing doesn't matter. Yeah, I sort of agree. John FP and Ben, thank you for the follows. I think we might have been let down in goalkeeper terms again. This is so tough. We just haven't got a good goalkeeper. Eric Silva Mourinho might be the one, and he's so bad. João Paulo, are you a goalie? I think that's all the goalies. You're quite good. Judson, quite good. Joe Anderson. Joe Anderson's actually good. Joe Anderson, former corrupt Liverpool mayor there. Quite good. Hey, Brashinga, how you doing, buddy? You must be underrated if you could put it that way, keep it. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that, mate. It's always good vibes. We got to do good vibes. And thank you for hanging out. One vision as a goalkeeper is a yikes massively. He was rubbish when he... Joe Anderson looks good, though. That name is so funny now that you've pointed that out, James. He's 5'7", but that's all right. He's a midfielder. I don't mind that so much. What happened to Bruce Hornsby? I don't know. As if you've just mentioned Joe Anderson. I know, Ollie. So funny, isn't it? He looks good, though, does that Joe Anderson? Does he have a release clause? Domestic club's 160k. I reckon we could buy him for probably close to that. He's 160k. Shall I just do this now? Kind of don't want to put that in, but I have now. Joe and her son, yeah. Even if he doesn't quite make it, I feel like that's probably just worth it for a player as good as this, just to get him into your own intake rather than in Brazil. He might not be interested yet, but we will see. Joseph Francisco's not very good. Mateus, he's okay. Lazaro. Well, I like the look of Lazaro. 6'2" striker who we just whether he's got the potential, but he's got the 14 finishing, dribbling, first touch here. I like him. Should have done the add percentage of sale and disabled it after so they can't lock it in. I know. He's got the finishing and his physicals aren't terrible. Like that pace can easily become 16. He looks quite good, doesn't he? I like the fact he's 6'2" as well. Yeah, if you in the Discord, Mitro, there's a Discord channel called Video Ideas or YouTube Ideas, I think they're called. Please do get some ideas in there, please. Definitely worth a punt. I think he is the best so far. Does he ever release? Oh my word. He's got a 20k release clause. 20k. He's not going to be interested in joining us now, is he? We have to get him to us on 19k. Why is... Hang on. Minimum fee release clause for foreign clubs are 20k, but 19k does the job. Okay. It'd be worth a chunk straight away, yeah. Please be interested now, Lazaro. That could be a nice bit of business. I thought that CM was good. Which one, JBC? I don't remember now. But we'll get the scout reports. When we see the scout reports, we'll see basically which ones have good potential, won't we? Right, let's carry on then. George, also quite good. You're a natural target forward, George, and you're 5'9", my friend. You've got a few things muddled up there in what you think you are. Target forward that runs with the ball often at 5'9". What are you doing? Railson. Just before the striker had a lot of 10s. Before this guy? Do you mean this guy? He does have a lot of 10s if it's him, or was it him? I think it was him, wasn't it? And then there's Joe Anderson. I think it was. Curious George. He's very curious. How do you find the youth prospects for Brazil? Because when I go to Brazil, then transfers, it comes up with nothing. Ben, if you need to click youth intake here, look. Yeah, he does look alright, actually, JBC. Make sure you click youth intake, and it has to be, you have to go back through the months until it happens in September. So you can go back through to like September's to find them. So here's all of last year's ones, look. You'll see that actually in Bahia, they had... Was it last year they had these? Or not? We signed a few of these anyway, I was going to show you. But yeah, that's what you do. If I go back to the current date, we are here. Go for it, FIFA, yeah. Okay, we got to Railson, didn't we? Antonio Adriano, do we look at you? You're sort of okay. Wally. Okay. Val. Just straight up Val. And João Manuel. Okay. Yeah, good idea, actually, FIFA, yeah. Let's go another day and see which other ones come in. You're not interested. Please, please, please. How can I make these interested? Do I just have to wait? Wally. Because they're not interested now. Remind me to go back for Lazaro and Joe Anderson. Because they've only just signed their contracts, so they're not interested. But when I scout them, when I like declare interest and stuff, I don't want them to sign a new contract so we miss out on this. But also, I want to kind of get it done as soon as possible. Shortlist them, but yes, wait. Yeah, right? Could set a note. We've got over 200 people watching here. I'm relying on you to remind me, please. Attribute masking's off, Bullard. It's just better for streaming, I find. So I have it off. It's just way more. This whole conversation is kind of from that. Oh, hello. Do we sound Neto? We are your notes, exactly. When I say things like, someone remember this. Surely 1 in 227 can remember. You'd hope so, wouldn't you? You'd hope so. We've got a bid for Neto here. We do only get, I think, we don't get much of this money. Basically, we get no money from it. I mean, it goes to the club, some of it, doesn't it? But 500k, we get 23k. Because I think 50% goes to him, 15% goes to Barca. Take money, he's done the job. The thing is, we don't really get any money. But the one thing that I do like is the fact that he doesn't, he's not upset with us. I guess it's also 50k off the wage budget, isn't it? He's third choice. He's 36, never mind 35. And you aren't breaking a promise. Exactly. We don't break a promise with him. Also, we've got a bit, we might have an issue. He's third choice. We might have an issue in the fact that he's still listed. I've still told him he's an important player. Save the wages is the main thing. I think we sell him, don't we? Shall I see if I can get a little bit more? Or do I not risk it? Do I see if they go a little bit higher? Algarafa. Surely they go a little bit higher, right? Yes, be greedy. Get rid. Yeah, we can treat him horribly. Shall I just see if I can get 600k for him? I don't want to be too greedy, but that's I think that's fair, isn't it? Take him to 450. Yeah. Okay. We take 600k for him. We let Neto move on. That paid a little bit more of it, right? Money doesn't matter. No, I agree. That's why I didn't try and do too much at all. But I still felt like you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't do a little bit of extra money, isn't it? So that's what I wanted to do. Why have you accepted Nicky, back off, mate. Back off. Why have you accepted an offer for Neto when the transfer window's closed and you can't sign a replacement? Because we've already done that. And I know you're old and grumpy, but there's no need for this. You'll find out eventually. Thank you, Mitro. Good job. You're having that, Nicky. You're having that, Nicky. Here he is, Nicky from the Independent. Nicky Afro, Independent. I do also should do this now, shouldn't I? To make sure he leaves. Where is he? Oh, I clicked on not his name. In-game Nicky. Yeah. I should make you surplus the requirements. Did you get upset with that? What can I say here that he's not going to hate me, even though I don't mind if he hates me? Okay, he definitely wants to leave now. I said it was tactical then, didn't I? I said you're not getting any younger. He's 36. Not part of your plans. I think I did kind of say that. He didn't like it though. Oh well. I've angered him now. He should leave. He does want out apparently. I've told him that and he does. Kokoti picked up a 5 to 6 week injury, which is not good. Is Evan Nilsson any good in your save? Yeah, Dim Donut, we had him. He was here for quite a few seasons. We signed him right towards the start, look. He scored goals for us. 11, then 13, then 8. Then we sold him for 21 million. He's gone to Toluca in Mexico, which maybe says a little bit about his level, but I did quite like him. He's a very well-rounded footballer, isn't he, look? But yeah. Yeah. Let me speak my mind. Exactly, Rakia, you're right. I wanted to sell him, so I sold him, all right? I've stopped looking at the intakes. We need to go and look at the intakes. I've gone a couple of days. We got to just Hertha Bar here, didn't we? So let's go and have a look at who else has come through in Brazil. There should be some more. I go to youth intake. Have we had more? We have. Fluminense, Palmeiras are the next two. Let's go through them. There is a player just called Peter. There's also a player called Bibby. Any other funny names in here? Conrado. Naldinho. I really hope that Peter is good. I really hope Peter's good. Is there a player called Cristiano as well? There is. Peter, Odemwing. No. Goalkeepers, ready? Fingers crossed for goalkeepers. Silvio Luis is a goalkeeper. 6'4". Not very good at being a goalkeeper. He's also got one vision. He's blind. This guy, not very good. Peter, please be good. You're not very good. It's a shame. You are 6'3". Great work rate, but probably not going to make it, are you? Just Peter, follow up to Just Jack. Yeah. Brashinga, thank you for the follow, buddy. Slash Thighs, thank you for the follow before as well. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Cristiano, terrible. Nay. It's going to be a nay from me. He's actually okay. Fabao, very naturally fit. 6'2" centre-back, but other than that, doesn't really have much ability. Roberto is all right. Yeah. Oh, you look okay. William Arthur, 5 finishing. I guess you're not a striker. What are you? 10 tackling as a ball-winning midfielder. What are you? Very aggressive. He's not all that, is he? He's okay. I need to scout these as well, don't I? There's a horse. Nay. Where did we get to? Is it Fabao? Roberto, wasn't it? William Arthur. Actually looks quite good. 6'1" midfielder. What even are you? I know. You look okay. What are you is a bit deep. Yeah, it was actually. What are you? 6 marking as a ball-winning midfielder, though. Could be a right back. If you had better marking, I suppose. His work rates and his crossing and everything is quite good. Renato Luis. I'll scout all of these as well. He looks quite good. Young winger, 5'5". Not really jumping out, though. Good tackling on Thiago. Paulo Vitor. Are we into the Fluminense yet? No. So the first one's going to be the goalkeeper. There's a player called Welder. You said you look okay to William twice, did I? You look okay, William. No, I didn't, did I? William Arthur wasn't the ball-winning defender that I looked at before. There's 2 in a row that were both ball-winning defenders, I swear. Roberto we looked at because I said he doesn't have very good tackling at 8. Maybe I did do it again afterwards, but I feel like I was talking about the other one. Right, first one's Welder is the goalkeeper from Palmeiras. Is he going to be good? Not really. What were your rules for the first season of the save, seeming as you can't sell everyone? You just bring in as many as you can. That's all. If you have to play some of the other ones, you do just play them. Because, yeah, you can't sell everyone. You can't bring everyone in. Welder's not very good. The goalkeepers are not delivering. Bibby, are you any good? Zagadao, yeah, you can bring in. You can do what you want. It's your save. Bibby, some good mentals, good tackling, good physicals on Kleber. These are slightly better. Palmeiras slightly better than Fluminense. Hello, right. He's got a Z on the end of his name as well. It's Antonio Tomás. Looks quite good. Really can't run, though. No pace, but he's otherwise fairly good. Does he have a really low release clause? No. He'd cost about 5 million, which is quite a lot, but he does look good, doesn't he? 2 leadership, yeah. It's a no. Giancarlo Israel is all right. Alex Breno, 13 finishing, no physicals. Conrado, no. Hello, Everton Sydney. Hello, Everton Sydney. Tiki Taka Regens, yeah. Left back. Crossing isn't there. Tackling's okay. I like the work rate and the teamwork for a left back. Strength 7. So he looks okay as well. Great box-to-box as well, maybe. But don't really play a box-to-box. That's a Joel Linton regen, yeah. He looks quite good. Everton, Sydney. Yeah, Woody, he does, doesn't he? He is definitely mixed bag. He's got like 7 technique, which does make you wonder if he's going to be good at anything. And 9 first touch and 8 dribbling. Like, I don't want him in my midfield if he's got 9 first touch and 8 dribbling. Casa, how you doing, buddy? It does attempt overhead kicks, though. Does attempt overhead kicks. BBM or Metzala suits him. Maybe central mid attack, maybe. Probably suits him the best, but 7 techniques. Weird. Instead of Nene, it's Meme. It is. Right, let me... 6 foot with 7 strength. Here's another beanpole. Let me scout these guys then. See what comes back on them. We continue a day and we should get some more to have a look at. Janino has been loan listed. Loan listed Hamilton as well. I don't even remember looking at him. Okay. New to the stream. How's it going? Just started a Leverkusen save yourself. Good stuff, Casa. It's going good, thank you, the stream. We're chilling. We're having a good day. And good luck with your Leverkusen save. Lewis Hamilton. Oh, yeah, I remember Hamilton. It's because his name was Hamilton. That's what we wanted, wasn't it? Alexander Hamilton. You'd like to come... Okay, just shh. Stop. I don't care. Shh. Why are you facing an uncertain future? Because your contract. Okay. Any more intakes then after Palmeiras? Let's see. What's your thoughts on Claudinho? Did I look at Claudinho? I don't know. Is the answer to that. Transfers, youth intake. We got to... Right, we do have some more. We've got International and Corinthians. Are these intakes always on different days? Yeah, weirdly, they're like one day spread out over each of them. It's very strange. Yeah, oh yeah, Kokota wanted important player, didn't he? That's why we didn't get him it. Richarlison's going to... I don't know if he actually ended up going or not, did he? Richarlison. He was going to Juve for 80 million. No, he stayed at Everton. He didn't leave. It's interesting. Right, we've got players here. We've got a Ronaldo. Got an Eli. Another Daniel. Jonas Jesue. Alex Gaucho. There's just a player called Jan. Santos. Right, let's see if this Ronaldo's any good. I'd like to think he was. That'd be good. Alexandro Doina is a goalkeeper who is, again, not very good. None of the goalkeepers that have come in. I'm going to check the Corinthians goalkeeper, Denilson, now. He's not a goalkeeper. So Corinthians didn't get a goalkeeper? I don't think they did. Yambo or no. Oh, Jan. Yeah, it's true. Let's go back to them then. Fabio. Nope. Ronaldo Fontana, 4 finishing striker. Ronaldo. That's a shame. Do these keepers have arms? Apparently not. Ronaldo is a left wing back who's not very good. Ricardo. Not for me. Antonio Carlos. No. Ivan Carlos. I think I missed one there. He looks all right. Giovan. No. Santos. No. Eli. What are you? Right back? He's got 10 crossing, 6 tackling. Jan. Yeah, they're not great, are they, these? International haven't had a good youth intake. Maybe Corinthians will be better. Denilson we looked at. He is better without being amazing. Marcelo is better as well. Julio Cesar, another Julio Cesar. Daniel. No. Fabiano, no. Marcos Vinicius. Not really jumping out. These are a bit meh as well. No. Edu Fuba. No. Lucas Perez. Probably the best player, but a no. 5 finishing. Eli would be a good winger. Yeah, Eli is decent. He's not a fullback, though, as he is. Eli, I suppose, it's just because he doesn't have the 15s. Eli is decent, actually. As a winger, as you'd say. Because if get these to 15, acceleration on the 11 is annoying. Definitely not a fullback, though, is he? Just take a terrible goalkeeper playing for 5 years and he might become decent. But, there are decent goalkeepers, like Breno, who's now 25 that we've got, that we could have for another 10 years and he's decent already. Do you know what I mean? It's just, we have kind of done that already. We've got some young Brazilian goalkeepers. I don't speak much Brazilian, but Neymar has just beat Fabio Aurelio. Has he actually? With all these players at this age, I don't think you really look at positions, just train them wherever. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. But usually it's what you decide what they are. I know that he's not a fullback, for example. He's only 15, lots of room for growth. He is okay, actually. Does he have a release clause? Not yet, because he hasn't signed. I don't think he's going to be interested to join us. Oh, he is. We could probably just sign Eli now. What does he want? 5k a week. It's 500k in release clauses. I kind of feel like you just bid that and you get them for cheaper. Yeah, Bremer's good. We had Bremer. We did sell him, but we did have him, yeah. Might as well train an outfield player to play goalkeeper. They'd be better than these intakes. Oh, no. Let me scout these guys then. I think Eli was the best one. Please do shout as well if I kind of skim past someone who actually looks good. Because we're looking at a lot, aren't we? Okay, next day. We continue. Aurelio better than Neymar. He's never scored a Northwest derby. Yeah, true. That game, the grey kit, the free kick. Oh, outrageous. Let's see it. This is Neymar beefing Fabio Aurelio. Right. I don't really know what it says either, but a very strange scenario, that, isn't it? Just started to save the Vanarama National, wondering whereabouts to scout. Any opinions? Basically, the leagues around you at that level, because you're not going to be able to pay for like world scouting and things anyway, really. Desena 2, what a strange game. Really weird game. Loved it. Loved it. Torres had Vidic on toast that game, didn't he? That's something you don't usually see. I like this little graph here, look. I swear you don't... Oh, I swear you don't really see this graph very often. It's got his match recent form look in a graph. I like it. What's a realistic max jump in an attribute? So, for example, if you've got a 4-star potential and they start with 7 pace, could they get that attribute to, say, 12? They could, Q-Pred. I like to go... When I'm thinking about it, I try to be quite pessimistic when I'm thinking about what they get to. They could, but you're more likely if they start with 7, they might get to 10. That type of thing. Pace are different. It's different for each attribute as well, because you can see a player like crossing, for example, I never see it improve. With other attributes, they improve way quicker, don't they? Do you guys want a translation for the Neymar thing? Yeah, go for it, Essakin. I've just seen one of the tweet replies and it says, who is Fabio Aurelio? If you don't know, you know. Brazil's greatest ever left back if it wasn't for injuries. Maybe. He was a baller, though. Yeah, exactly. Mentals can improve a lot more, and also they still improve for longer. So an older player will still be improving their mentals, for example, whereas physicals, you kind of want them to improve at younger, etc. You love to see it indeed, Ollie. Leo with a 10 out of 10 in training. Well done. This is weird. Can we get rid of this on... Why have I got this on the... Why is it just constantly showing me that we lost 5-2 to Dortmund? Can we... twice now. Please stop. It's hurting my feelings. Please stop. I wasn't being serious. Paul Conchesti greater than Fabio. Wow, I'm not having that. That's the Teles form. Yeah, I don't want to see it anymore. Reload the skin. Might go back and hover over it again. What, on the Teles form? Where was it, actually? Here. Oh, God, I've added another one. I've added another one. Oh, hang on. Which one was that? Yeah, we fixed it. Good work. Well done, everyone. Good work. Game really wants you to know. I'm so aware that we lost 5-2 to Dortmund. I'm so aware of it. Right, we fixed it. Let's go and just check Brazil again. These flights back and forth from Brazil must be costing the club a lot of money. Anyone's after... Who was the last one? Was it Corinthians? Right, we do have 2 more teams, which I'm not sure how good these teams are, so I'm not sure how good these players are going to be. You actually look okay, but you've got 6 acceleration, 7 pace. I'm just not interested. Christian, Marcos Antonio, great name. Again, I'm going to go through these fairly quickly. You can't see them. I'll go through these fairly quickly. I'll move the cam. Let me know if any jump out at you, really. Pingoto, great name. Darlan Fernando. Leandro Enrique. Alan Christian. Romeo Costa França. Felix. A static window that you lost 5-2 to Dortmund, I know. We don't need that, do we? That should be in the next... Yeah. Don't need it in my life. Enrico, I don't know if I looked at him before. He's okay. Oresto Barbosa. Minero won the league IRL last year, did they? I just remember from the youth intakes last year that their intakes weren't as good. My niece is called Felix. What do you think about that as a girl's name? I don't think I've ever heard that as a girl's name. But why not? You look all right. Great hair as well on Josimar. 5 strength. What are they? Why are they little dweebs? Why are there so many little dweebs in Brazil? Bet you weren't expecting to hear the word dweeb today, were you? Danilo Gabriel. Raul. Helton Brandt. Silvio. De Silva. They're all rubbish. They're all rubbish. These are the most regens I've ever seen. Foxy, aren't they? Like players like Raul, aren't they? Rude Dog and the Dweebs. Wasn't expecting to say the word dweebs either. I think it seems like basically Bahia have had the best intake again. And all of our good players seem to be coming from here. I feel like Lazaro might be my favourite one that's come through so far. And I don't think... I swear I scouted him. Is that week up? I'm going to get full scouting on him then, actually. It says scouting in progress, but I can also click scout player. Let's do it twice. I can also click it again. Okay, good stuff. Got to say, strength improves a lot. Had Collins improve from 6 strength to 15. Oh, really, Halon? Okay. Strength is one that can actually go up then, is it? I suppose, yeah. Players can beef up, can't they? They might have been pulled off the street. That's what normally happens, yeah. A regen with good physicals, yeah, through strength. Right, chat, I think what I might do is go and have some lunch. I've not eaten anything yet today, so I think we'll call it there for today. It's been a beautiful stream, very chilled, good vibes. After that horrible start as well, we've reacted well to beat PSG, and then who did we beat in the other game as well? But yeah, I think we might stop there, I'm afraid to say. Thank you for hanging out. Joey's live, is he? Well, we can go to Joey. He's done that deliberately, hasn't he? Let's do that then. How do you spell his thing? Because there's too many letters in it. Someone type Joey's name in here so we can do that. But more youth intakes. Yes, I'm going to go and do... I'll have a look at these. We've got a game, which is why we'll stop there. We'll start with this game next time. Is that how you spell it? Thank you, Ollie. But yeah, we will go and hang out. Go and hang out with Joey for the rest of the day. I'm going to go and get some lunch and chill. I'll be back on probably Wednesday evening for a short stream around the football. I think there's football on Wednesday, right? Liverpool are tomorrow? Liverpool United, right? Hope it's right. I hope so too. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. It's been a absolute pleasure, I was going to say. Yeah, okay, it did work. I was doing that. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for hanging out today. I'll see you in... probably Wednesday, if not towards the end of the week, where we go again, where we play some more matches and do some more chilling. Thank you for everyone for hanging out, though. If you want to go and do a little thing, there is the list of all the socials. You can go and follow on, subscribe on YouTube is what I suggest you do. Get those suggestions for videos in the Discord as well, because I will definitely go and have a look at those. But yeah, thank you for hanging out. Have a good rest of your day. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye.